Does anyone want to do the recap on session 10?
Who's finding the link?
I will shoot the person who sends me a video link.
Well, what did we do last session? That is the question, because as far as I remember, we were in Zinon and Wauvin's apartment, and I made T-bone steak, or completed it.
Yeah.
And then we discussed what the fuck we were going to do about that situation, and did nothing. And I think that there was some sending messages with the messaging stone and stuff like that, but everyone did not get involved. Then we went to bed to sleep. And we talked to, was it Carter, about our discovery of the vampires beneath the city. And we also discussed getting that amulet back, where he shared that there also was a doctor who might, well, be able to tell us something about the vampires. So we made an elaborate plan to distract whoever was in the lobby while some of us snuck off. Except that plan didn't go to plan at all, because the sanctuary had the infirmary in a separate building. And so we went to visit the doctor and are now wondering, what the hell do we do?
Yep, I think
I genuinely think that's a perfect summary.
I
Thank you.
believe last time you were kind of playing and toying with the idea that there is perhaps a traitor within the sanctuary, mostly seemingly pinning it on the Grand Mage. I think most of it comes from the course of hearing that the two other Council of Elders had their throats cut and were then seemingly killed on the spot there. You seem to be planning a coup of sorts. I think the last thing I remember really was Zinon saying that he was going to have a lunch date, and you're beginning to plan a coup, I believe. You're still within the doctor's office, so you're still with Fenric, who is sat by his desk, writing in his journal. What are you thinking of doing now?
Drinking.
Oh, okay. Didn't realize you had alcohol in game.
Surely there must be some spirits in the doctor's office.
Yes, but
Medieval
they're mostly
doctor.
pure alcohol.
Antibacterial spirits.
Well, this is a medieval doctor, so painkillers.
Ah, yeah.
Yes. Get Vauvet addicted to pain meds.
Well, the
Oh,
pain meds is just hard whiskey.
Oh, I'm sorry, doctor. I have such troubles with pains in my head. Please prescribe me cocaine.
Strong opiates, please. Yeah. No. I think me and Rurik were still going to try to pull off our plan by just playing Lost after we get the receptionist out of the way.
Yeah.
So I think what we were going to go ahead and do now was leave the doctor's office and also just have Zinon try and ask this lady out on a date to distract.
Yeah, well, I have a question for the doctor.
Okay.
Still.
You can ask away.
So if we were to bury these vampires, what are the chances that they would rise from their graves again?
Well, burial of undead are usually something you would do, but it has to be on very specific soil. Burying them would just mean they come back alive.
Right. So I assume these need to belong to some kind of cemetery. Am I right?
I believe the method is any form of blessed soil. If you're in a pinch, I believe holy water would be the answer.
Ah, the holy water seems to be like the jack of all trades coming to these vampires. Thank you very much.
So we need a lot of silver dust so we can make our own holy water on supply, on our own supply of holy water on demand.
You would also need someone to be able to bless the water for you as well.
But I have a
Ah,
spell that allows me to make holy water as long as I have enough silver powder for it, for the spell to be cast.
Well, then it sounds like you just need the silver powder.
Because our mighty controlling entity above us does not allow same-sex marriage.
Hey, wait a minute, what? I set no such rule.
Oh my god.
Huh, I thought you did.
I can't believe you'd make the universe homophobic.
Yeah, exactly. Such a controlling DM.
Alright, you know, like 20 minutes ago when I said I didn't feel like throwing rocks on small people. That changed
we are.
really fucking quick. Any percent speed run.
I don't know if anyone here is small.
Well, you're small to me.
God complexes.
Are you
but,
calling yourself fat?
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely something you would do, yeah. But height-wise, it's a bold
I
claim.
win.
Possibly.
What the wolf?
Yeah, but high confidence, right?
So it's, yeah. No, yeah. So we've already pissed off the DM for today. So great session, guys. Let's do it again next week.
We won! Yay!
That was really fucking
Does that
quick. of
mean
you
we
lot.
won D&D?
No, it means you all die.
Aw.
So what
Uh,
what exactly are we doing?
I'm going to turn to the doctor and just. By the way, you have like that oath of secrecy, don't you? So you won't be telling nobody about this, right?
I do not have an oath to secrecy, but I do not care for the Grand Mage, so I believe your secret is safe with me.
Perfect. I'm gonna like toss him a gold coin.
He looks at it
No,
on his desk.
fucking.
You don't have gold.
Let me just double check. No,
Yeah.
toss him a. I toss him a silver piece on it.
I have no need for your change.
Ah, it's. Keep it either way. As I'm going to just look into Zinon. I reckon you have a date to arrange.
Stop it. Please.
Very desperate, please.
What?
And what debt would that be?
No, not date. A date. Like to take that girl out, so we can, so you can distract her.
Yes. Should we find some more flattering fabrics, or does this work as he just gestures with his arms towards his armor?
She's even more interested in the arse rather than the clothes, so I think you'll be all right.
Hmm.
The question is, how permanent are you planning to make it? Does it matter if you dress up nicely if you are planning to ditch her anyways?
Well, I do date to marry.
So why is exactly this discussion? What is the actual plan of what we are doing to get this amulet back? Because I'm very confused on that front.
Well, we get the receptionist out of the way. What was her name?
Lysira.
Lasira. We get her out of the way. Then me and Wauvin or Valvet try to seek out the amulet inside of the sanctuary.
I probably should mention this earlier. I can cast invisibility.
Well, I mean,
That should have been mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of forgot. Still getting used to some magic stuff, so you know.
But I still reckon that we should go ahead with the plan as planned. But with you being able to go invisible and that kind of stuff is really helpful. Now, I do reckon that if a commotion happens because me and Rurik is discovered, then that's not really a problem because then you can just easier slip by.
Yeah, I could just like shadow you, and yeah, if you get caught or if there's someone in the way,
Mhm.
then you become distraction number 2.
Exactly. That gives you more time and more freedom to go look for the amulet once
Yeah,
again.
and steal it.
Aye.
Okay.
As much as
Do we
this
know where the amulet
conversation is very riveting, I have to wonder. We discussed that you'd like to meet Serafina as well, with the whole coup.
Aye. I was gonna like squint my eyes at him.
So, when would you want to do that?
well, I would say we need compelling proof that the Black Maid actually has done something.
Aye,
Yeah, I
The
don't think
Black
we
I
have
agree
Maid?
with that.
any actual evidence. He's just a bit of a dick.
Yeah, or that he is involved with this vampire thing. Which seems quite likely based on what we hear, but I don't think that will be sticking, if you understand.
Yeah, we probably want to go in with actual, part, and we might find something when we take the amulet, or incriminate ourselves,
No.
either or.
Now, Carthus, what do you reckon you will want to do during this plan?
I'm not sure. I'm not particularly suited to sneaking around at the moment, so perhaps I'll join in on the distracting.
All right,
Is
all
it-
right.
Is anyone around here terribly good at sneaking? Because I don't have to make myself invisible. I can actually also make someone else invisible.
Well, it's because of my scale mail that I
Oh yeah,
aren't particularly.
Ah,
you do clank around a lot.
Just take off your
Yeah.
clothes.
I would rather not.
Well, you would. I could turn you visible, then you could take off your clothes.
This is
Well,
somehow
Or
the
I could just
most
do the sneaking.
riveting conversation I've
I'm-
heard
I'm-
for the last 8 years, and
I think
also
maybe
the
we
most
should-
disturbing at the same
It's
time.
I think
Well,
it's
you're
not
welcome.
only that I can't sneak because of my scale mail. I've never been trained in espionage or anything of the sort. That's not my forte.
that is fair enough. I also have absolutely no training whatsoever,
You know.
but I can just cast invisibility again. So
I reckon you should be the one Sedna to do the invisibility part. Now,
all right.
us three, we can just walk around here and discover and see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to.
Besides, we are shorter, so we might slip
I
way much easier, harder to discover. We can hide behind small things,
yes.
while you can remain invisible, also hiding behind small things.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I guess.
Do we have a plan then?
Yeah, I guess we can. Thank you, Doctor, for the help.
I do my best when I can. I still don't know what you're really doing, but this has been the most riveting conversation I've had in the last 8 years of my job. So
Yeah, probably for the best that you don't know exactly why we're doing what we're doing. As long as you don't, report it to the Grand Mage.
I think you've got the gist of most of it. That there's something to do with an amulet or necklace that's probably within the depths of the sanctuary. You've also got a date going on at the same time, and these two dwarves are sneaking around and doing business.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds solid.
Yeah, buddy.
It doesn't sound solid in the slightest. I've got to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a better suggestion, mayhaps?
No, I'm a doctor.
Well, you could
Well,
have.
this is what we got, and
You
this is
could
the
have
best
been a
we have.
doctor of engineering twice, but that's too bad.
No, I'm just a medical doctor, a scientific doctor, not a doctor of
Ah.
engineering.
Ah.
Hmm.
Oh well. But I reckon then, me dear brother, you have a date to go on, so we should get going.
So I guess the plan is Zinon goes on a date. The rest of us then go in and disperse and look for the amulet.
Yes.
Yes.
I see no way this could go
Uh,
wrong.
How often can you cast invisibility?
I can cast it. It's not so I can cast it basically twice, but I have to concentrate on it.
Okay. So if you were to cast it on you and
No.
Carthus.
I can only concentrate on one invisibility at a time. unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, we'll just stick with the original. Us three, me, Carthus, and Rurik will just go in and do our thing.
I still need 2 levels to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no
What are
worries.
levels? I don't
We'll
know.
make it work. We'll make it work. Okay.
Carthus could watch the door and give out the signal.
Ah,
I could
Now
do that.
that would actually be kind of good.
Carthus, what do you
Yes.
think a good signal would be?
Caca.
Well, yes, I was thinking a bird, but maybe one that sounds more like a bird. You know. But
Uh,
yes,
I was thinking maybe something that would be natural to hear within this building, but not too natural.
what if you just scream for help?
What
And
if you're
whenever someone approaches, you are like, I'm good. And then
what if you're
pretend
like
you're.
really, really angry and you pretend you're like you want to speak the Grand Mage right away, and you've been waiting here for ages. So like,
complain.
yeah, like so
You want
if
me
she
to
comes back
complain?
early, you just go up and complain and be like, "I've been waiting here for ages."
Just be a real Karen.
Yeah.
And be loud so we can hear you
That
through the
is
hallway.
most certainly within my skill set. I'll do that.
Okay.
I will be conducting a strongly worded letter in my head as we speak.
What have I
Okay,
done?
sounds like we.
I see no way this can go wrong.
No, I think this is a valuable plan. It is inconceivable that could fail.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess let's go.
So, you'll leave Fenric's office. You're heading to the sanctuary. So, I guess it's gonna be Zinon heading in first, right?
I think
Well,
so.
Yeah, it makes sense that he goes through the doors to get his date. And then we hide in the bushes in the meantime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfectly timed. You go woo that girl, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just gonna have for dinner. So.
okay. So we get out of this doctor's office, and Zinon doesn't really know anything of how this works. So he just goes off the joke that Lysira pulled earlier about she assuming him would be more attractive without the armor. So he's fully prepared to take off all his armor.
Right in front of the sanctuary doors.
No, right outside the sanctuary infirmary.
Okay, so you're doffing your armor, I believe, yes?
Are you not
Yeah.
worried you might come on a bit strong?
I do have clothes underneath this. And I do
Okay.
have, as I pull out from the backpack, I pull out
That-
fine clothes that has been in my starting gear from
Okay,
the
that's
beginning of the campaign.
Oh boy.
I don't know how these fine clothes look because I haven't thought of that. But I assume they will be fine.
They are fine clothes.
Yeah. They wouldn't be very good fine clothes if they were shit.
I would assume, I don't think they're like a suit or anything, but I would presume they are, they're just nicer looking clothes, I would presume. I mean, you've obviously got all your clothing on underneath your armor, so you've probably got like a plain white sort of shirt and obviously your trousers, even if they are covered in some form of plated armor. They are just fabric of some form. And getting out finer clothes probably just means that they are clean and less disheveled looking, I would suppose.
So, as per the description, the player's handbook description of clothes, comma, fine,
Mhm.
this set of clothes is designed specifically to be expensive and to show it, including fancy tailored clothes
Okay.
in whatever fashion happens to be the current style in the courts of the nobles.
Right.
Precious metals and gems could be worked into the clothing.
But
So this is a tailored suit.
Okay. You want
Yeah,
a
it does sound
tailored
pretty
suit. Okay. 3-piece or 2-piece?
Full on 3-piece tux. Go on.
You convinced me. I guess you've just had a 3-piece tucked away in your backpack for the last 11 sessions.
Very
Yeah.
important gear to bring when you are going to fetch expensive stuff for the queen.
I've had this entire
course,
time just that.
You have to be prepared for every occasion, as he just is like squatted beside his backpack and pulling out a 3-piece tux.
Yeah, clearly you are well equipped.
So doffing heavy armor takes an hour, right? So this
I'm not gonna
This
say it
takes
takes
some
an
time.
hour to doff it. Let's be honest. I don't think it will take too, especially with some helping hands, perhaps. I'd say like 10 minutes max, probably to doff it.
Okay.
I think
So
that's a way more reasonable expectation.
so I doff all the armor and put on this 3-piece tux and put all my armor in my backpack.
Your backpack now weighs like a ton of bricks.
My backpack is the Hereward's Handy Handsack, so it doesn't exceed.
So you're just putting it all in the handsack. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So as I'm standing there in a 3-piece tux with a massive ass shield and a sword. Okay, so how'd I look?
I think for the rest of you, you see a quite wonderful 3-piece suit. I would say it's probably got some decently engraved metal buttons, but I wouldn't say it's anything super over the top.
Well, it looks like you're about to meet the queen herself.
Well, this might be my queen that I'm going in meeting.
Ah, that is true. We will try to remain undiscovered so that your queen do not get mad at you for distracting her.
Well, could there be a signal, or or should I try to get her out of here into the market to have lunch or whatever? How do we play this out?
I think that might be the plan, is to get her out of here there.
Yes,
It
take off
sounds
some
the
food.
best, because then we should have some time, but if that's not possible, maybe... I don't know. Maybe we should have a plan B in case we cannot get her outside.
I mean,
There
I can.
surely has to be a lunchroom in the sanctuary.
Oh.
If the date is just in the lunchroom, that would be very disappointing. But
Make a history check. You don't know, they could have an extensive lunchtime.
an 11 on history.
It seems like only
Um,
like 3 people in there.
I'd say most of the common workplaces you know of don't particularly have like quote unquote break rooms or places where employees can quote unquote sit down. Most of the time these people have an extensive time to go off and have lunch, so instead of what we're used to in reality, which is a 30-minute lunch break in the same fucking building, most employees in this world across the continents have a good hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on employee, to have a break, and they can go back to their home, or they can go out for a meal or something like that, where it's relatively quick process to get, and they have an extensive breaking time, but not necessarily within the same building. So you're not positive if the sanctuary has a break room or not.
So try to get her out. Okay. So
Yeah. Or at the very least, pretty heavily distracted so that the rest of us can go by. I mean, I'll be invisible, so I guess I can go by either way, but you know, the dwarf should be as because at the very least, if she's distracted, she may not notice 2 dwarfs slipping by.
yeah. Would you mind maybe using your prestidigitation just to freshen me up?
Um, yeah, I could do that. I can I could try to make, well, okay. I could give you an odd odor, but I can also clean you.
I would say prestidigitation does a lot of things. Making an odd odor also includes making a nice odor. I would also say you just have to tell the spell what you're manifesting, essentially.
Okay. Well, for starters, I can clean. I give you make sure you're not, stinking.
Okay, that's a good start. We should
And
start
then
with that.
I can make you smell a bit like a kind of odd but good like flower or something.
Doesn't have to be an odd
Odd.
smell. I'm letting you know that you could make a nice smelling.
Yeah, but I like the idea of it being odd a little bit,
Okay,
but also nice, like a nice kind of odd.
some sort of like very expensive perfume that you can't say the name of because it's really hard to
Yeah.
say.
Exactly. It'll make her think it's it's exotic and imported or something like that.
Where are you guys doing this? Are you doing this sort of off one
We're trying-
side from the sanctuary, or are you doing this like in the middle of the path?
I think a bit of a back alley, maybe.
There's not many back alleys around in the sanctuary area, I will say.
Okay, let's say we're on the side of this building
Okay,
over here.
okay, that's fine. Is anyone keeping an eye out for anyone?
I guess I'll make a perception check. Oh,
Uh,
wait, no, maybe, why am I the one doing this?
Carthus, you could make a perception check. See how well
Yeah,
you're
that seems
going
like
to keep
something
an eye out.
Carthus should do.
Yes. I will. Passive perception, right?
I guess you're not
Or
actively
check.
looking.
One.
What is your passive?
13.
13. You with passive, you know that there are guards wandering around. Although a lackluster of guards, even in this time, it's still early morning. You could make an active perception check, which is rolling
Yeah.
perception, if you would like to keep a better eye open.
10.
What did you get? Sorry, 10.
Then.
Oof. Okay. You're hearing a lot of metal clanking, which is sign of what you believe is like a small patrol. You're not really seeing them, so they're somewhere nearby. They're sort of currently out of sight.
Okay.
So, Sedna, what kind of odd, nice smell are you going for here?
Like as I said, like a flower kind of smell, but a bit odd.
Okay.
An exotic flower. I don't know any exotic flowers if that's what you're asking for.
That's fine.
Preferably not like, that weird like skunk flower. Like the corpse flower? You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
do
talking
know that. Yeah, yeah. It was in an
Yeah, not
episode of
that.
Simpsons once.
Not that.
There
Yeah,
was not
that's
that.
good.
I actually saw one in the Washington like botanical gardens. Don't remember it smelling that much, to be honest.
Such a weird thing to write down that you're making a nice, odd smell.
I don't think those are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, but I'm also writing that it's on Zinon, so it's still a little bit weird.
It's an exotic, a nice exotic smell.
Exotic. Okay. So, Zinon, you suit up, so to speak. You now have a exotic smell that even you're not sure. um, Courtesy of Sedna. You sort of brushing yourself down. You look pretty decent. Do you think you're ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Okay. So,
The-
go on.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
You were.
That's fine.
Okay. You head to the sanctuary. It's just Zinon opening the door, right? Everyone else is laying back.
For the time being, yes.
Okay.
I'll actually cast invisibility now.
Okay. How long is invisibility lasting?
An hour.
Okie dokie. Just gonna write that down. I will let you know right now that it is pretty much 9 o'clock in the morning for you guys. So I will let you know when you're sort of running out at that point. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So Zinon, you open up the doors. You see Lucera on her reception desk, just filling out a few things. I don't think she's noticed you.
Yeah, so I walk up, like, chest up, full of confidence.
Yep.
As she lifts her, as I see her lift her eyes, I just flail out my arms and just do a quick twirl as I walk up to her. Is this more flattering than the armor?
She stares at you for a moment. Puts her hand up to her chin, sort of pondering. I'd say it's quite exquisite.
Exquisite enough for you to maybe consider having lunch with me today?
You want to have lunch today?
Yeah, why not? We have met in passing so many times. It's just about right that we get to know each other a little bit better.
And when would you want to do this lunch?
Well, it's a bit early, isn't it? But I would like to go as soon as possible. I did dress up for the occasion.
I do see that you've dressed up for the occasion. I mean, you were only in here, I think, like 30 minutes ago in a full suit of armor that looked like it hadn't been washed in a little bit, but I can see you've made an effort. I think I
So
could take a break now and go for a lunch, but I don't have too long. About an hour, I'd say.
that would be lovely.
I'm going to have to get someone to replace me on the reception desk, so I'll just be a couple of minutes.
Okay.
She goes off to one side. A couple of minutes later, you're hearing a very recognizable voice coming down from a distinctive hallway. As you hear, I didn't know you had a personal life. Who the fuck wants to date you? He comes around the corner, sees you, and Creed's immediately goes, "Oh,
Oh,
oh, this
Hi,
all makes
Cree.
sense now."
What do you mean
Uh,
makes sense?
I always knew you had a thing for her.
Like, hand to temple, like, this man.
He needs to go.
I just can't believe you mustered up the courage to finally ask her out.
Well, enough about that. Should we get going?
Yes. Creed, you know how to do the reception desk. I'm sure it's not too hard. I have no fucking idea what to do. What the fuck am I supposed to do? You both leave. With Creed angrily venting at the reception desk now that he's in charge of it. You know a couple good spots in the town for like a good meal. It's still very early. You're not too sure if they'd serve like proper lunch, but it's probably more like brunch, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially for this sort of like very early 9 o'clock time. So you two disappear off. You walk past your group of individuals. I think Sedna cast invisibility to go in, so Sedna, you've seen the whole thing inside. But you also know
Okay.
that somebody is manning the desk as well still.
Hmm. Do the two dwarfs enter, or? Because I'm not sure I'm not sure we can communicate right now really well. Actually, wait a minute. Wait.
You're not mute. You're just invisible.
Yes, but I don't want to hear
And they-
talking. I am going to point at Rurik. I'm gonna come outside, point
invisible.
at Rurik. You cannot see me. Yes, that does not matter because I'm casting message.
So you're opening the door.
Did I ever state that I closed the door?
It shuts by itself.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
I don't need any kind of door. You can cast a spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Okay.
So I point towards where I think Rurik is and say, what's this guy's name again?
Creed?
You know it's Creed.
Creed has replaced at the reception desk. Replaced Lasira at the reception desk.
I
Also, I
look
can
at
talk to you in your mind,
Velvet.
by the way.
Oh, I still look at Velvet. So apparently Creed is at the reception desk. Do you have any ideas how we can distract this guy?
Hmm. Now that's a tricky one. Can I just roll a history to see if I would remember anything that's been passed, like in mention of what he likes?
You can.
Okay. That's a 2. Oof.
No recollection of anything.
I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna look up what my plus stat is on that dice because it's not gonna matter.
I don't think it would. I'll double check for you. Let's have a look at your thing. History check is +2. You rolled a 3, so it's what, 5?
No, I rolled a 2, so it's
You rolled a 2,
4.
so it's 4. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So with that history check, I mean, you know Creed doesn't like you very much. For one reason
that's
or
apparent.
another, he dislikes you. So you've Xenon's done a good job at keeping you out of way and out of sight. When it comes to talking with Creed, he respects Creed enough to keep you away from him. But you don't remember Zinon ever really giving you any heads up about how to get on his good side or anything like that, because it hasn't worked. You're probably thinking the best method of distraction would be using yourself and just take whatever kind of conversation comes your way. But that would be your best guess. But you are also a dwarf form, so
Yeah, you're not
also-
you.
That's
I
a.
could also
I genuinely think that's a good thing as of right now.
I could also try to make a sound and lure him away.
Yeah, throw something down the hole.
Yeah, or go to the archives and like knock over a shelf.
do it.
Oh.
Do it.
Okay, I think that's
We
a good plan.
Are you telling us?
I'm telling you that.
Okay.
I
I
can only
kind
tell
of
you. I can only tell you that because otherwise I'd have to.
isn't sending a message in 25 words like a sending stone?
No, it's just the target. You point towards the rage and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message. You reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, they can respond.
It's an action, so I can like it's a cantrip. I can cast
Okay.
it over and over again. It's
Just double
different
check.
from sending.
Just double checking this.
Also, if there's actually a window, is there a window?
There's a few around.
I'm gonna actually look out the window and use telepathic speech.
Okay.
Apparently, I can do this, and I Sedna probably doesn't really quite know how she can do this, but actually I can make a more permanent telepathic connection with, once again, Rurik, I think. I trust Rurik more.
I wonder why.
It lasts for, it lasts for 3 minutes. What?
So we have 3 minutes to talk to each other, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna go move and I'm gonna go try to break the try to distract him. I'm gonna go knock something over.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell Wauvin about the idea of knocking something over. So I ask him to join me at the door, ready to walk in whenever
I'm gonna
we get a signal.
I'm gonna join Rurik at the door.
So, Sedna, you've got a bunch of options to really go for, which is there's lots of like potted plants around, first of all, but big vases of plants as well as small pots and such are scattered around the sort of entrance area of the sanctuary to make it look pretty and nice. There's a couple of seating areas that people are allowed to sit down on, a couple of like side tables that have small, probably varying outdated books of information. On top of that, you've got obviously the reception area as well, which are full of small things that you could throw around: paper, pens, pencils, or ink wells and such and such.
I want to go like if there's like a side room, like because I imagine they want to go deeper into the sanctuary. I assume,
Okay.
but I want to kind of go to like a side room and knock something over in there.
Okay. There are plenty
'Cause I
of
want to
side
get him out of
rooms.
this room.
Some of the first kind of rooms you're seeing are more small meeting rooms. Again, there are plenty of things in there that you could knock over, potted plants and such, again, to make the place look decent-ish.
Okay, then I
Uh,
will go into one of those meeting rooms and
okay.
like knock over a potted plant, and then move away from the plant.
Okay. Um,
So I assume you hear a big crashing sound.
yeah, so you knock over one of these, I'm going to say smaller plant pots that's on a shelf or something in one of these rooms. And you just sort of, you pick it up and you look at it for a moment, kind of like, I can't believe I'm doing vandalism. And then you throw it on the floor and like crack everywhere and there's soil going everywhere. Creed does hear it. Takes him a little while to get there. It's almost, you're not physically seeing his expressions or anything, but the time it takes him to get there, you're kind of assuming he's investigating it, but he's also slow at investigating it because he's confused by the sound and the fact that it's just happened. He does eventually open a door. He sighs. He realizes he's going to have to clean it up, so he disappears for the moment. You take the opportunity to slip through the open door, and you can go back to the entrance area.
Okay, well I'll say so. Okay, Creed's getting something to clean the potted plant. You can move in, but be careful.
All right. So it's heist time.
It's stealth.
We move. We move through the door. So I whisper that I think it's best we find some place we can hide for the moment. You see, I have this spell that allows me to find things,
Okay.
locate objects.
That's very useful.
I'm just going to thumbs up.
So let's we'll walk a little bit into the sanctuary and try to hide away before Creed returns from wherever he is fetching
Okay.
something to clean it up.
Whoever's going in, and I think Carthus is the only one staying outside, keeping an eye out. For Rurik and Wauvin, can you make me stealth checks?
Yeah.
I thought you would never ask. What's my plus there?
Oh boy.
Oh lord, with disadvantage.
Did you not take off your armor?
This is not good at all.
Okay, so I rolled 13. I thought
I
I'd do
rolled
really
3.
well. Oh fuck.
I feel like maybe you should have the search object and told me. That'd have been a good idea.
So
Oh, God.
the idea of stealth for these two, you're in the main reception room, Sedna, and you told Rurik, okay, now is your time. And the idea of stealth are just these two walking into the room. They're not
They just-
attempting to stealth at all.
It's
They
literally
just
the SpongeBob
they
meme, just the
open
guy
the
opening the
door.
door and walking in.
They just open the door. They let it shut on its own. They're not trying to stay quiet, and they're just walking to where they want to go.
Okay, that's
You just see
fine.
these two dwarves just walk.
Hey, that's a nice
We
name,
are
too.
under the pretension that Creed is gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone for the time being. So for the time being,
Okay. You're not being very quiet. I'll just telepathically whisper to Roy, like, maybe, can you just, okay, you should find out where the object is.
Yeah, so do we find a side room before we are discovered?
yep, you can find a side room.
Yeah. Not the
say-
first door on the right, that's where I knocked over the plant.
Alright, then we take the next one.
I've declared that the door I went into was the first door on the right.
Yep.
But,
You do
why
find
not?
yourself in the opposite doorway from that room. It takes Creed a little bit of time to clean up. He's not a janitor. He doesn't know where everything is, but he's doing his best. I'd say it takes about 20 minutes for him to clean up before he gets eventually settled back down at the reception desk.
So we have 20
Oh.
minutes for him being in there. Sedna would join them in this room.
Yeah, but
But-
the thing is that I imagine now that he does not have visibility to this doorway.
You can hear him going in and out of that room. He's obviously he's cleaning it up the best he can, but he doesn't know where the janitor stuff is, so to speak. So he's filling up a bin and then trying to find somewhere to dump the stuff from the bin into another bin that's bigger, essentially.
Okay. Well, anyways, now that we are in the safety of this room, I cast locate object, and the description here is describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location if that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the
Okay.
object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
So you the only one who knows the object's location.
Yes, I would sense it. I would only sense the direction it is in until we are within 30 feet. No, wait, that's just a description of how close I have to be to kind of cast this. But I have hold it, or I've been in the vicinity of it, I think. I know about this cursed thing.
You know about it.
I did show it to him. I don't think I.
Oh,
You
this
know
spell
about it.
can't locate an object if any thickness of lead thickness of lead blocks a direct path. So apparently lead blocks magic.
It's actually just lead, but yeah.
Lead does that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess this spell works via radiation.
Turns on Geiger counter.
Anyways, yeah, I do try to cast locate object, and I think about the cursed amulet that we handed in earlier.
Okay. I'd say casting this spell, you don't really get anything from it.
I'm not sure if I did this spell correctly or not, but I can't sense it. It's like it's
Huh.
not here.
That's troubling.
That's an issue.
Do we go further in and see if that changes? How big is this building? Like roughly, like
So the sanctuary is pretty big. You specifically said would know that sanctuaries hold lots of like varying rooms and such. Obviously the reception hall is obviously where you've been. You know about the records office, which you've seen Creed walk in and out of before. You've had a conversation with Creed about it. You know that there is a varying amount of staff rooms that staff use for a whole bunch of different reasons. You know there's a couple of different rooms in areas for guardsmen, as well as them just being stationed in the sanctuary as well as for sentinels. Sentinels are separate from standard guardsmen. There are plenty of corridors.
would I
You
guess that this
know,
building is bigger than like 1,000 feet? And like if
probably.
like okay, so I would guess okay. I think maybe we should move in deeper and try to get to the center of the sanctuary.
You know, for most items, object-wise, when it comes to sanctuaries taking hold of magical items, they usually confiscate them, and the confiscation rooms are usually underground.
Okay. Would I've been in the sanctuary before. Walked around a bit.
You've only been on the
Could-
upper level, or the ground floor, I should say. So
Have I seen any like staircases though going down? Like could I make a check to see like, oh, if I like, oh, maybe in the corner of my eyes, like, oh, there's a staircase over there or something like that.
you've seen a couple of staircases going up. You haven't seen one that has gone down yet.
Maybe asking Velvet would be helpful here.
I'm gonna roll a history check because I haven't been inside here before. My character hasn't. So let's see what the history die says. So does a 5 get me anywhere?
You've never been to deeper than the reception area, to be fair.
Yep.
I think we
Sounds
gotta
about
go
right.
deeper in. We gotta search
go
around. We gotta search around for a basement.
You also know that Sedna, that like there are offices and rooms specifically for the Grand Mage only, as well.
Okay.
They're mixed depending on the sanctuary, but you would assume they're gonna that sort of stuff is upstairs, not on the ground floor.
Right. Should we split up? Gang? Let's move. Let's just move further in. How many times can you do that like spell?
I don't think I have. I don't think my capacity is above 2, fortunately.
Okay, so you only
I
have
would need
one
to-
more use of that.
Yeah.
I guess let's just go deeper in and see if we can find anything. We don't want to be around Creed anyway, so
Yeah, well, let's try to avoid others as well.
yes.
Can we try to actually sneak this time before we exit this room?
Yes.
Yeah, sneaky would be good.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the sneaky dice one more time.
Okie
Yeah, me
dokie.
too.
Why did you leave your armor on?
Okay. How far does a 16 get me?
Seems pretty decent. What about you, Rurik?
Well, it's worse. It's 8.
Oh,
Oof.
God.
That's still an average of like 12 or something. That beats most regular passives.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. But someone like Carthus has a passive perception of 13. So
Fortunately, Carthus is on our side, right?
for them.
Right?
Right.
Carthus, how you doing? You're hanging around outside the sanctuary. You saw the two dwarves just fucking walk in. No stealth attempt whatsoever. They opened the door. They walked in. They they walked in. The door just automatically closed. I'd like to think they walked in with the Mr. Crab sound effect.
Well, maybe
Wait,
the
wait,
desk is
wait.
high. I'm sure they'll be fine.
You're keeping an eye on the outside perspective.
Hmm.
So you're seeing a few guards hang around the area before going away. You're not seeing any of them really enter. You're also you're not seeing anybody currently, which is a good thing for you. But make a perception check for me.
17.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that nobody's really come close to the sanctuary entrance so far, and you're all okay. Do you have any idea on what you're going to do if something is to occur? How are you going to signal for your friends?
Well, if something were to happen, I'm probably going to start shouting.
Okay.
But in a way that seems natural. Well, as natural as, you know.
Natural shouting.
I'm going to get very angry at somebody.
It sounds it. Um. Okay.
That's probably a common occurrence here as well.
Zinon, you're taking Zara out for brunch. Um. You find a nice spot where you can. It's not expensive, and you can have a very nice time sitting outside, having something to drink, and having some form of brunch-like meal. Um, I'd say you find it pretty quickly. I'd say you're probably more in the upper district area, but you find a nice spot. You find a nice spot to sit outside on, and you. What do you think you'd be ordering for this time? I'd assume something like some sort of black coffee, right?
Yeah, black coffee, maybe a pastry.
Okay. Lucille orders her favorite drink, which is usually a hot chocolate. But it doesn't stay hot for long, just like they always do, because she is a winter variant. And you both sit down. So, how comes you finally asked me out? Creed seems to think you've had a thing.
Creed seems to think a lot of things. I was curious about the joke earlier about not having seen me in anything but heavy armor for, well, the entire stay I have had in BlackWood. So I thought, might as well. Why not just test it out? See where it goes. We have known each other for some time, and I don't know. It seemed right to at least try.
I I have to admit that that joke was um, in poor taste. I'm just really bored. It's a really boring job standing at a desk all day.
Well, what would you hope to do if it was not at a desk all day?
I don't know. Something more proactive, I guess. I didn't really anticipate sitting behind a reception desk for most of my life, I have to be honest.
Well, it is a job, so it does pay, but
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, the pay is great. It's just really boring sometimes.
of course, you can't really compare anything at a desk job with being not mauled at by a giant, enormous spider. But work is work. As long as it pays, it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't realize you've been attacked by a giant spider.
Oh yeah, it was the mansion west of here
Oh.
that we were working together with this Sedna. Last name, don't remember. She had been, I, I presume she had picked up the job from either you or someone else in the sanctuary.
Well, I think we had sent leaflets out a long time ago. I want to say 3 months ago or so. And we spread them quite far because we needed people to do the job. Nobody wanted to do it in BlackWood. So I think she picked it up from somewhere outside of BlackWood to come here.
Oh, might have been. But we checked out the abandoned estate, and it was infested by enormous spiders. So, at least I think Sedna gave information about what we had found and everything in the report she made.
Yeah, we've written those reports and we put them away. She provided me with the necklace that you guys had found. It's such a shame to hear that the old Aria estate managed to fall in such disrepair.
Yeah, it was the old Arya estate, the
Yeah.
estate, the abandoned one we checked out. It was just work for me. I'm sorry. I didn't really get into the fine details of it. But did you find out any more information about that necklace? We figured it was just some cursed object.
It's not my place to ask. I just hand it off to the Grand Mage so he can put it away.
Well, I was just curious. It seemed weird to have a pendant with any curse bound to it. I've yet to experience it myself before that one.
Well, I mean, it's magical in nature. Most dangerous magical objects obviously get sent to the confiscated area beneath the sanctuary. The guild seemed to think this one was different somehow. I don't know where he's put it.
Well, just my curiosity. Nothing special. So, but let's see outside of work. We know each other from our respective work fields, but what do you do beside sitting at the desk in the main hall of the sanctuary?
Well, what do you think I do?
I would assume you are a profound singer, if anything.
A profound singer. As much as I appreciate it, definitely not what I do in my free time.
It is not.
No. No, in my free time, I'd like to write on my novel.
Oh, what
I know
what
it
kind of novel
seems
are you
I know it
writing?
seems weird that I work on a reception area and I write a bunch of things and then I go home and I write a bunch of more things, but it is vastly different.
So, what kind of novel are you writing?
I'm writing a murder mystery kind of thing, I guess you would say.
Hmm. Is it based on anything you have heard around, or just your imagination running?
I'm just using my imagination. I'm using tad bits of real-world knowledge, but it's all just fun, really. I just like to see where it goes, and that's what I do in my free time. I do a lot of writing.
So, how are your wrists holding up, given you're writing with a pen all day and then you go home and write with a pen all evening?
I do varying exercises to my wrists. It's very important that they stay healthy. Otherwise, they wouldn't be any use to me for any form of writing.
Well, it is nice to get some exercise. Do you exercise like regularly, or is it just the wrists you exercise for that matter?
I do. I wake up quite early to go and have a walk or a run. Waking up earlier than everyone else is. It's nice to see that the streets are much emptier, and therefore I'm not bothered by people as much.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh. You get bothered by people?
I get bothered by the the copious amounts of people that usually tend to swarm around the market district. When you need a loaf of bread, you need a loaf of bread. You don't need to run into 12 different people you have met in passing.
Do you not just bake your own bread?
I'm not that. I'm might be gifted in a lot of things, but not baking.
Have you tried?
I have tried. It looked more like coal when I did try it.
Okay, so
So
here's a top
I
tip.
leave that.
Leave the coal out of the bread flour and dough when you're making it.
Oh, oh, okay.
Why didn't I think of that?
I never thought of that. Well, so you bake, you write novels. What more do you do?
No, I mean, I'm very precise with what I do, so I don't do too much because I do what I do very well. If I was to expand further, it would just I'd lose all the precision for the things that I love doing the most. I mean, what do you do besides your daily activities of job hunting and beating people up, I presume?
Well, I don't I don't beat up people willy-nilly.
I gathered
This
as
is
such.
actually the first time I have allowed myself time off since I arrived here from the Shadowfell. It's been a lot of work, given given the tasks I was given from my homeland. So it's been it's been nice to just have a quiet sit and getting to know a lovely person.
What's it like in the Shadowfell? I've never been. Yeah, just
It is a dark place. we are very darkness oriented people from that land. But we do have our lights in the tunnels. We do have our deities. We do have our beliefs. It seems very bleak for someone that has not grown used to it. But with growing up in it, it was just the standard. Now being here in BlackWood, everything is so much more livid, so much more life to just nature itself.
I never would have thought that's what the Shadowfell would be so like, but I guess I never really put that much thought into it. Well,
Well,
why are you here? I've never seen very many of your kind. Why are you out in the material realm, so to speak?
well, my chosen brother was sent out to do his own quest. I was not fully informed of what that quest was, but my task was to protect him and make his path as safe as possible.
So are you talking about Wauvin?
Yeah, Wauvin.
You have to put up with him?
Don't put it like that. He
Well, Creed
he
seems
is
to
a
have a really negative view of Wauvin, so I mean, I haven't really interacted with you much outside the sanctuary, so I'm just taking Creed's view here.
I think Cree is under the assumption that Wauvin is up to no good all the time. But that's why I'm with him to keep him on that leash, so he is at least sometimes up to some good.
That's not what Creed says when he talks to me about it. He seems to think there's something more sinister behind Wauvin. Like, really dark kind of stuff.
Yeah, he has verbalized that to me as well, but I don't really see it. Having known him for most of my life and now living with him.
I guess maybe you don't see it because you're too close?
It could be. But I don't really believe greed in that way. Because I see that Wauvin, he is caring, but there was some instances where him and a few others had started hunting squirrels for some reason
Squirrels.
in our yeah. I don't know if it was Valvin's lead or if it was him being influenced by the others he was with, but it was put a stop to. We were quite young. We were still in school when this happened.
So the Shadowfell has squirrels in it?
Yeah, it's easier to call it squirrels, but it's these tiny beings. they don't really have fur, but they live in what we would call trees. They are more like stalagmites.
I gotta be really honest. It sounds like a really depressing place.
That's why I enjoy life here so much.
I'm glad you're enjoying life here. I don't you question why you're being ordered to protect someone like him? Like, and why here? Why not in the Shadowfell?
Well, I don't really. Well, BlackWood has Seraphina, who is going to be coronated within the next 10 days, a week, 10 days.
It's
Um,
this Friday, I believe.
oh, okay. Look at the time fly. So Vauvin's family has an absurd amount of wealth. They are the closest to royals in the Shadowfell.
Okay.
I don't really question the wishes of the royal family when we are given a task. And it was also given to me by the head priest that I was taught under for all of my paladin lessons.
So you're telling me that a priest had told you to look after a rich family's son?
Well, the details, it's a lot. And I don't think it's a first date kind of information. So we can get to this maybe at a third or fourth date. It would be more comfortable for me to indulge in this.
Do you think we're going to get to a third or fourth date?
Well, I'm just saying I'm not fully comfortable disclosing the full picture of information from my quest giver to someone that it doesn't directly involve. Do you understand me?
I think so. But I would also say, why not just question it? Everyone questions something. Why not question it?
Well, I have questioned a lot of things after coming here, but it is my one of the things I've sworn my life to see completed.
So
And
how do you have a personal life if your entire life revolves around him?
well, it is hard. It's not easy. So now that Wauvin is absent, I got clearance that he had to go on his own, and I was not needed. So now is the time for, well, my time off.
Oh. I hope you're spending your time off well.
Don't you do you not like that I spend my time off with your being, or is this just an everyday occurrence for someone like you?
If you think I get asked out on a regular, you're sorely mistaken. It's not that I don't like it. I'm just tad confused by it.
No need for confusion. we, as I said, we have met in passing. I just thought it was worth giving a shot. You seem like a lovely person, but you seem very absorbed in your work.
I'm a professional.
Yeah, and a perfectionist.
It comes with the professionalism. Okay. We will head back to the 2 dwarves and 1 invisible gal.
That's a sex tape.
Oh god. Will that just be 2 dwarfs masturbating to nothing? What?
Well, it's 2 dwarf and 1 gal.
Well, 1 invisible, so.
Yeah, but you're still
Just
there.
jacking off towards the wall.
Well, okay, let's move on to this plan.
Let's do that in your free time. You got a job to do. So,
I think
Alright.
just delve deeper.
the 2 dwarves rolled pretty okay on average for stealth checks. So I'm going to say you're
Mhm.
probably okay.
Fuck yeah.
Do you want me rolling for stealth? Because I am invisible, but I can still make noise technically.
I guess you can make a stealth check.
Like
as
I think
well.
I would get advantage at the very least, or
I'd say why not?
and if I was seen, it would be might be some doubt.
Hey,
That
there's a
is
wall right here.
14. That's fine.
Definitely brings the average up.
Yes.
I say you're pretty successful in doing this. So, what's your plan? Where are you going?
I think we're just trying to go deeper and see if we see either a staircase down or a staircase up into the
Yeah, more or less.
place.
Okay.
What kind of fluffy die is that?
Zinon rolled a stealth check and the die and like a pink die rolled on my thing.
Yeah, yeah. I changed my die on D&D Beyond.
And somehow
that's
you got
why-
it to go to other people's things.
I'd say you all step out into the hallway very quietly. Creed's at the reception desk, still confused in his work. Let's all have you make perception checks really quickly. Let's see how good your eyes work.
Oh,
Ah.
goody! I'm great at these.
What perception?
Johnny got fuck all.
No, I actually got quite well. It was just a nice bit. What's my perception? Plus 3. 17.
Okay.
I got a 6.
It was a funny bit though. It was a very funny bit.
16 for me.
Okay. So the 2 dwarves, you spot stairways going up and you spot stairways going down. Sedna, you see fuck all. You just see 2 dwarves.
Well, I imagine
Distracted.
I assume I'm distracted by something. I'm not really.
Yeah, it must be the dwarf ass.
No.
the dwarf ass.
That got me. So
There are 2 of them. 1 male and 1 female.
Exactly.
It means Sedna can swing either way.
Yeah.
Where are you planning on going, up or down?
I reckon we would talk and then
Well,
decide to
you
go
are
up.
you are in an opened hallway.
I mean, we
Let's
could
whisper.
split up.
and then say go down. I mean,
I could message to people, so I can actually talk completely silently. But
Mm-hmm.
God, good for you.
I think it sounds like he probably because he probably keeping it for himself. I imagine is very likely.
So you reckon we go up?
Well, there is a vault somewhere, but we don't even know where that is. So I think going up, seeing if we can find it in his office would be the best initial course of action.
Ah. Yeah. Well. I don't think I can manage to cast this one once again, then I'm completely exhausted, so.
I'm just sitting there
Well.
like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I would beam some messages to you as well.
Oh, okay.
I could just do it twice, technically, to each person.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, let's take a look upstairs. Let's see if we can find something there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
guess we're going upstairs.
So
Yeah, seems so.
you head upstairs. Some of the guards' rooms are upstairs.
Oh,
I'm gonna
great.
say barracks, but they're probably not as barracksy as you expect them to be. There's a couple additional fancy rooms upstairs, and there's a couple of offices that have. Wow. There's 2 offices that are for Council of Elders, but the previous elder members' names have now been removed from the plaque. So those plaques are now just Council of Elders. And you do see the Grand Mage's plaque for his office, and he seems to also have an additional room as well, which is under his name in the upstairs department. And it's still quite a large building, so most of these rooms are relatively large.
You say
Can I
we see the
listen
Grand
at the
Mage's
first
office.
door?
Okay, 2 conversations going on there. Chris, what did you say?
Can I listen to the door to see if there is someone inside the room?
Okay, make a perception check. Sedna, what did you say?
So we don't know. We do see the Grand Mage's office.
You see the Grand Mage's office and another room with his name on it, the Grand Mage.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 rooms. Okay.
He has 2 rooms.
I rolled dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
So what door are you listening into? There's one named office, and then there's one that's just got his name on it. Grand Mage.
I reckon that since it's midday, I would most likely check the office first. He would
Okay.
be working, right? Presumably.
You don't know. You haven't seen him all day.
No,
all the time
no,
you
no.
don't
But
see
I
him.
would guess that he would be working. So I listen to that door.
Okay. You listen to that door. You hear a conversation going on inside. You don't recognize the voices, but there are multiple voices. It sounds like there are 2 guardsmen, you think, and then there's some other voice talking back to them.
I whisper to the others that I hear voices inside this room. So let's not walk inside here.
Okay.
I just want to roll like a perception check that covers like more or less just around us, just to be on lookout.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Ooh, that's a 19 plus. Perception 22.
So you're hearing a lot of movement inside the guardsman barracks area. A lot of talking, some moving around in there. Presumably, maybe they're on maybe a break. It's definitely not a break room before anyone has a go at me, but there are people in there. They're laughing, they're having a joke here or there. You don't hear all the conversation. They're still behind quite a big door and quite a thick wall, but you can hear them laugh very loudly every now and again.
Yeah. I'm just conveying that to the rest of the party, just so they also, know. Obviously very silently, just whispering.
Yes, shall we go into what I can only assume is his personal room?
I mean, what else is there?
Assuming
Well-
that one is empty, let's see.
Okay.
We tried the door.
Okay, you try the door. The door is unlocked, surprisingly. You open
It's a
up.
mimic.
You open up the door to find that, in better words, it seems to be a private quarters. There is office desk in here. There is a bed in here. There's a few chairs. There's a liquor cabinet in this area. There's stacks of papers. There appears to be. It appears to be that there is like this metal safe being used as a bedside cabinet as well. Instead of having like a proper bedside table, he seems to have moved this safe and just using the top part as his bedside table. In other words, but you're all free to make investigation checks.
Yep.
As you do, I'm just gonna go BRB. I need to go toilet. If anyone else would like to disappear, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark. So, do you want to take 10-minute break now?
I mean, we could, but for my part, I'm all set.
Well, either I don't have anything to do.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go toilet quick then. So,
Yep.
What were we rolling for?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation. All right, I didn't roll that well.
Yeah, I didn't roll that well either.
Lucky for you, I rolled decently. I got a 19.
Hey,
Yeah.
got 11. So yeah.
I got like a fucking like 6 or something, but I do have like a +5, so I have like 12, I think.
Yeah, you would have
Yeah,
found it. It would have been okay.
Yeah.
You would have been all right. Let me tell you that much, lass. At least it's not Chav doing the flirting, am I right?
I
Chav,
feel a bit
I have no
bad for him
context.
though.
Are you still here, Chav?
Is
I think Chav might have actually just gone.
Yeah, I think you might have taken the opportunity for the break.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, it's a bit shit that he ended up being like the door watcher. What the fuck do
Yeah,
you do?
that's
For
the
some
difficulty with,
reason,
like, stealth.
For some reason, I think he's still gonna be the motherfucker that gets in the most trouble. Just give
Mm.
Alex like 5 minutes now, and we'll see.
Yeah, you might still something happen. But that's always difficulty with stealth missions and players
Yeah.
who don't have any kind of stealth.
Yeah, by the way, if we were caught out, I'm just gonna pretend that I was really lost and a little slow in the head, and then you can just pretend to be
Yeah.
my uncle or some bullshit, Rurik.
Oh
I
yeah,
could just leave.
you can just leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
just continue on.
So now we have like a backup plan.
You know what I hate the most about those dice? There is like this soft sound that is played whenever they are rolling.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Let's take a
It
soft
sounds like when
cushions.
Johnny is jerking his microphone.
Oh.
excuse me,
No,
what the fuck did I come back to?
Johnny jerking his microphone. What do you think?
Exactly. Completely normal
Okay.
conversation shit.
Let's try this die instead.
There's John over here, completely ignoring the rest of you.
He just
No.
dies, shakes the screen.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that die. I like the fuzzy one.
we that one we can't see.
I found the fuzzy one to be more consistent than the rest for some reason. I know it's a random generator, but like still.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
I know, but it just feels more consistent.
It's not a randomly generated numbers work, but yeah.
Okay.
Let us be superstitious.
Also, real random. The whole point of real random in that is it isn't consistent.
Shut up.
So inconsistent that it's not random.
Do you want to survive this robbery?
You know.
Yes, please.
That was
Yeah,
Is there an
right.
option to not?
Yeah, I didn't realize that was an option on the table. I think.
Okay, is everyone here? Is Carthus here? Chav?
Yes.
Chav?
I think you went to Bosnia.
Do you think you should check the fuck out? Chav. He's not here.
Let's all message him.
He fell asleep. I mean, I understand it as we were talking about when you were away. Being the door guy and everyone else has something going on.
Door guy's important though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if
And as
he's
Johnny
sleeping on
pointed
the
out, you might come up with some shenanigans that he is involved with.
I guess he's just not. Did he say he was going BRB?
Nope,
No. Not that I heard, at least.
he didn't announce shit.
I'll pop him a message if he responds.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, well that was fucking useless.
Sorry,
of me.
I was just putting some food on.
So he did go BRB. Okay. How long is that going to take?
Like 13 minutes.
Okay.
It won't take too long. And then I can just go
Like
grab a quick.
13 minutes. That was very specific.
Sometimes we are.
That's
In
the
other
time.
words, we can take a proper break in like 15 minutes or 13.
I mean, I don't really need a break. Like, I can just bring it up here.
I'll
That
give
was-
you guys a proper break anyway. So.
Yep.
No
Okay.
need, Dungeon Master.
I am kind.
Okay.
I see that face, Johnny.
You really though? You really?
Okay.
Right.
So, what were your investigation checks and what are you investigating inside this room?
I got a 19 and just looking around to see if I can find anything useful besides the obvious fucking safe.
Okay.
Like a key to the safe? Is it a combination lock? Is it a key?
Okay. Sedna?
So there's a safe in the room.
Yep.
I got a 12, so I don't know. I'll just search through some of the drawers.
Okay. And Rurik?
Well, I would also be looking for some kind of key to the safe. But
Okay.
I rolled 11.
Okay. So, for Sedna and Rurik, you're both looking more at the papers on the desk.
Yeah,
Obviously,
open a
Rurik,
drawer
forgetting
thing,
that Sedna is invisible, you bump into her leg every now and again.
yeah.
Um, you find lots of paperwork. A lot of it just seems to be him trying to figure out how to word like an opening statement, possibly for the ceremony, to convince the public that there is no issues. Seemingly,
Oh, so he writes his own speeches.
seemingly.
He doesn't use AI. What the hell?
AI in this game, come on. But you can also see that there's lots of different papers doing the same thing, and he seems to have a really hard time convincing himself that these are the right papers, or this is the right speech to give. There's a locked drawer currently, which you can't open. Other than that, there just appears to be a lot of messy paperwork and just stuff. There's a couple of personal letters that seem to have come from other sanctuaries across the world. Most notably, nearby sanctuaries seem to be the ones that are more prevalent. Nothing seems to be of interest. Nothing seems to catch your eye. For Valvet, though,
Ooh.
you see a safe.
Mm-hmm.
The safe requires a key to unlock.
Okay.
You don't really see anywhere you would hide a key to the safe in here. You're not seeing a key available. You're not
No.
really. Yeah, you're not really able to see a way of opening it right now.
So I would probably think of the fact that the Grand Mage probably has a key on him.
That's an assumption that's up to you. I'm not going to confirm or deny that assumption.
But you didn't find you didn't find really anything either.
No, just that.
I mean, you find a pair of big shoes underneath the bed.
Oh my god. Do they fit?
Not you.
Oh.
These are for elf-size people that are like 6 foot odd. They definitely don't fit you. Your head could fit in it, but that's about it. Way too big for your feet.
Don't stick your head in old smelly man shoes. Huh. So it's a
Is that your-
safe.
Yes.
Rourke, did you say you had one more casting of that spell?
Yeah, I think I can manage to cast this one more time.
It might be worth to cast it once to see if it's actually in that safe, and this isn't.
Can I see if I can figure out what kind of metal the safe is made out of before?
That
we
is also a
cast
good
that?
question. I will help with that metallurgy check.
Okay.
It is valid to verify at least that it's not lead, because then I wouldn't be able to see it even if it's inside.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think. Okay, I mean, I say you could either do a history check or an investigation check. And you'd be rolling with an advantage because Sedna's trying to help you.
Well, I could also roll. I have a +5 to investigation, so I could also do the roll.
I
But he
mean,
doesn't know.
yeah, no, you can do the roll with the help action. I'm done with that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, otherwise you could have Sedna roll investigation and Wauvin roll a history check.
We could also do that. I seem to
How's
do
your
very
history?
good. +2, but I seem to do really well on them today.
Okay. Well, I have a +5 to history as well, but we'll just do separate rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got a 17.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
You do, you smug bastard.
You smug dwarven bastard. So both doing really well. First of all, Sedna, you sort of understand it. You've worked with sanctuary stuff before. You know that they do keep personal safes, mostly for grand mages to put personal items in. It's usually to keep a very old book that grand mages are supposed to read, but this book is like thousands and thousands of pages long, and it's supposed to help them in their ruling when it comes to how they are supposed to operate. Obviously you haven't seen this book in person. It's only kept within the grand mage's personal room. Usually they're kept in regular safes, but on an odd occasion there has been times where these safes have been changed for protection of magical items and such, because it has got a big room inside it. You can put more than just this big fuck off book in it. And some grand mages in past have personally made a safe that appears of metal on the outside but has a leaded inside, which prevents obviously magic being able to go through. Wauvin, you would understand the same thing, and you would know personally your family has many different forms and varying sizes of safe that also do the same thing. They appear metal on the outside, but they have a lead wall on the inside to prevent any form of magical finding essence to go through, essentially.
I cast Identify on the safe to know if it has a lead lining.
Can you do that with Identify?
You touch an object throughout the spell's casting. Is it only magical? Or some other magical?
Lead
it is only
does
magical.
seem kind of magical.
Is it basically? Actually, no. Apparently, Identify only works on magical items.
Yeah, this is a safe, not mad. The safe isn't magical at all.
Okay.
So,
is there any way that I could just like detect if a spell because I can cast magic. I mean, is there any way I could like? It does seem like it's probably lead lined. I think that's what we're kind of concluding.
Yeah.
I think we have enough to. I
You
think we're
you
just gonna go.
you
with
can
fun.
see it's very much metal on the outside.
Like steel, simply, or something.
Steel, iron, some form of metal on the outside. I'd say you both see markings of the person who manufactured the safe. But you don't. Both of you don't personally know this marking, so you wouldn't know if they do this on a very regular occasion.
So
So
I don't think casting
in
a spell will help much.
in general, we don't know what's inside the safe, and we do not know if the amulet is inside this safe either. We can try to steal this safe and hope that whenever we get it open, it's not only the mage's book.
Okay.
But I mean,
So-
you know,
So, quick question. I already know what the answer is gonna be, but I'm gonna ask it either way. So, when you make a lock, it's open, obviously. And mending restores it back to its original form.
Yeah, but
Could you just
it's not
amend it back
broken.
to being open?
I don't think that's what mending is.
I know it's not what mending is. That's why I'm
No.
saying it's not gonna work, but I'm still gonna ask this stupid ass question.
It's worth, it's worth an ask. You are right.
Yeah. I think Alex is currently consulting Reddit on what the fuck did my player just ask me?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think. Honestly, I think if that was if you asked me that question, I don't think I'd have to go to Reddit.
Yeah, I gotta go because I don't know what to think on that one really.
Well, no, actually, I mean, I wouldn't go to Reddit. I would not because.
Whose
Honestly,
team are you on?
honestly,
I'm a-
I don't like the idea of just being able to unlock a door by just
Yeah,
repairing
especially
it.
since there's a whole thing about knock. Like knock is like a third level or second level spell that has all
Yeah.
these downsides, whereas mending just being, yeah, I repair it, which also it's a single break or tear. The lock
Yeah.
is not torn or broken, is the thing.
Yeah, and also it's a cantrip, so what the fuck?
So it's not, it's
Okay,
very
Mr.
powerful.
Rule Lawyers. Okay, I'll rest my case.
Also, but it's not a break or a tear, is it?
So should I just Eldritch Blast it open?
That will make a lot of noise.
Yeah, and this is why I suggested maybe let's just bring that safe out.
I mean, we would then also be stealing the sanctuary book.
With my high roll on investigation, would I be able to see, like, ish how much I think that safe would weigh?
I mean,
Just try lifting it.
Yeah.
even with like the few things on top, which isn't a lot, there's like a small candle that's like half burnt. There's some additional books on top. There's nothing really there that would indicate it would be too much to move off the top. I say you probably know that this kind of safe. First of all, if it's filled with lead, it's going to be heavier than what a standard sort of steel or iron safe would feel. It'd still be hard to tell if it's lead filled or not, but you would get the idea. I say you lift it, and you probably would struggle a bit. You are in a double form, so you're not as able. You'd probably thinking if you want to get it out of here, it's going to require either someone throwing it out this bedroom window, so to speak, out back, or it's going to be two dwarves carrying it like the Chuckle Brothers.
Sounds like a job for Chav.
And
Throw it out
we
the
need to
window and
take
it lands on Chad.
Our window master.
we need to take another 10-minute break because Chav has just gone to go get his food. So
Yep.
Okay.
I reckon actually that we throw it out the window and hope for the best.
Throw the safe
know-
out the window.
Yeah.
Well, you know the whole thing about subtlety.
Sure,
Um,
but
Are,
I mean,
are
if
you three collectively strong enough to move the safe?
No.
we were allowed to carry it out, so yeah,
Yeah, it seems like it's carryable by at least those two.
so 2 dwarves can carry it.
And I could possibly help or not. And then I guess we just take it somewhere and open it in our own time.
Yeah.
Okay.
The issue is then delivering whatever was inside back when we discovered that whatever we did
Yeah, that's what
backfire.
Sedna, being a lawful good is gonna be like. Do we want to steal this like sacred book that's in here?
I am thinking that if we, in the nighttime, sneak in and place the book on the reception desk and then leave, when pretending nothing happened.
The thing is, he might also be wearing the necklace.
Then we
It's
should have
cursed.
noticed.
Surely
You
wouldn't
haven't
be
you
stupid enough
haven't
to wear a
seen the
cursed
Grand
necklace.
Mage. That's a very difficult thing to notice if you haven't seen the Grand Mage.
No, because then the spell
but-
would probably pick it up.
Yeah, but
I
1,000
could
feet,
go
that's
out.
quite far.
1,000 feet is very far.
Mm,
You would have been in range if he had it on to detect that. So
okay.
you could probably quite confidently confirm that he is not. It's not on his person.
Yeah, so it's either here or they have some kind of dungeon where this necklace is stored.
Do any of you
Yeah.
have like
taking it-
lockpicks or anything?
Are
No.
we taking
No.
a trip to? Are we taking a trip to the dungeon? Yeah.
No, I have no lockpicks. I have
Same.
a +0 to dexterity.
I'm not a rogue.
Yeah, but
We are the
I-
worst. sneaks.
I reckon we throw this safe out the window and then we can go to the basement to see if we are able to discover anything.
You're saying like throwing the safe out the window won't draw attention.
I am praying that it won't draw any attention. I'm hoping that that action by itself. I mean, if someone spots a safe down there, yeah, sure, they will react on it. But
I'm gonna
Would I
say
be
if
this.
we are
to
lucky,
see-
no one does see it because everyone is busy
gonna-
with other things.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not very good with like weights and the numbers because a lot of time they just don't make sense to me personally. I'm gonna say, and let me know if I'm wrong here, but I'm gonna say I think the safe would be approximately in weight. I'm gonna say 60 kilograms. I think that's pretty heavy.
So let me just tell you this. 60 kilograms is probably like because he was using this as like a nightstand beside his bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that safe is going to weigh like at least 200 kilograms.
It's not a very
Like,
big safe. It's
No,
it's-
but like let's say it's like 40 centimeters by like 60 centimeters in height. So it's like 40, 40, and then 60 high. That's a safe that is like going to with lead shielding. That is like at least 200 kilograms.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it
but,
does. You don't know how much of the lead shielding is actually there. To be fair,
No, but
It-
even if it's
The
just
lead plate can only be thin plates. It's only any kind of lead wall.
yeah.
Oh.
So long as it's leaded, if it's protected by lead on all sides, it doesn't dictate how thick it is. It just says protected by any form of lead. So it could be like an inch of lead, but you don't know if they've caught up
Really
with.
thick.
You don't know how big
Um,
the lead is. It could be very small. This could be a very old model, so they could have thought a long time ago that the lead would need to be really big to prevent this spell from working.
Also, it depends on the prices of lead at the time they made this safe.
Yeah.
I think we could probably throw it out the window. I think that's something physically that could be done if all three of us work together.
It's nice to know that you think that the safe is more like 200 kilograms.
Yeah, it is a good point that metal is heavy, and I agree. But I think that is like
I just get very
size-
confused on scales of weight, and that is it. So it's very hard for me to like judge all of that off the top of my head, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I
It's
think
nice to be wrong.
200 is a bit heavy. I'm thinking that if we really should be judging it hard, I would say that actually 70 is quite more reasonable. But
Why don't we split the
in
difference
worst
and say,
case,
like,
you could say 100, but we
120 or
still
something?
would be able to lift it.
I'm gonna make a judgment rule. I'm gonna say it's between 80 and 90 kilograms. Okay.
Okay. So
Unless
not
I'm
throwing,
proven.
but we
So-
can at least tilt it out the window.
So just Alex, yeah. So the rule has been made. I'm just gonna. You did say even if it's just an inch of lead.
Yeah.
Let me just point out that with the dimensions that I just pulled out of my ass, that is like a small safe.
I hate D&D when it gets down to these kind of topics, dude.
It's like the weight of a lead box that has a 1-inch thick wall. With 60 by 40 by 40 is 329 kilograms.
Yeah, but lead is super heavy.
Yeah, no. So that's why I was chuckling like a hyena when Alex said an inch.
Okay. Regardless, I'm just gonna state it weighs between the 80, 90 to 100 kilogram mark. So 80
So I can
to
lift it
100
by
kilograms.
myself. Okay. Perfect.
I mean, maybe depending on a strength check.
I mean, I don't think we need to necessarily know the exact amount. You could just say
No,
like
you
it
don't.
would. If all three of us
It's
work together,
pretty
we could
heavy.
move it with some effort.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. You could all move it with effort if you put your backbones into it.
I put my
Maybe it's not
-1
feasible to
strength.
carry this 100 kilogram safe out the door, but
Well, so I mean, checking out the window doesn't seem stealthy. I'm not sure. Would I be able to see Carthus out the window?
No, you're in the back of the building.
Okay.
At this point, this is more further back into the building than it is the front. I mean, if you look at the map, I would say obviously the entrance is over here. You're probably more on this side of the sanctuary.
okay, so it would land in the grass here or here,
You
depending
could throw it
on.
out there. You could throw it out there. I wouldn't say there's a window this way. So you've got quite literally the back or sort of right rear side.
I would say that fewer would see it here, so that window makes more sense if we are tilting it out the window.
And I'm sure no one would hear the massive crashing sound of a safe falling a second story.
Is that
It
Looney
looks
Tunes
like
sound
it's
effects?
dirt.
It's...
It looks like it's dirt, so most likely it will just plow through the ground and lodge itself in there.
Also, well, what happens if we just end up like if we steal, if we steal this and if it doesn't turn out, then we just stolen, then we just committed a crime. I mean, we couldn't
Yeah,
crime either way, but
at this point, it's vandalism that we just throw safes out the window and crush the fucking pots. But if we then go downstairs to make sure that we do not, I mean, if we find that there is nothing in the safe because we find the amulet downstairs, it's no point going up and opening it. We just leave it, right?
Yeah.
I guess the safe could also open from the impact.
And then we are lucky.
You'd be extremely fucking lucky if the safe opened from an impact of like, I'm gonna say like a 60-foot drop.
Depends on the one you would drop it on. If the heavier it is, the harder it falls. So bigger safe directly against concrete. I don't know. Depends how good of a safe it is.
It's not concrete though. It's still, it looks like grass.
Yeah, if it's dirt, that's less optimistic.
So what are you doing now?
I think we're throwing it.
Yeah, I think it's going out the window.
Oh god.
Your fate has
Johnny,
been
do you agree?
decided, safe. You're going out the window.
Johnny, do you agree?
Yes.
It has been decided.
Oh god. All right. Is Carthus back? Or are we still waiting?
I believe Chav's here. Chav,
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, I rolled a 12 for my strength check.
Oh, we all making strength checks?
I would say it's probably going to be a little bit necessary.
Okay.
I'll make a strike check as well.
That's a 17.
That's a 12 minus 1.
So 11. I'd say with the three of you, you managed to. First of all, you put the items on top on the desk instead of on the bed. But I'd say you successfully exert yourselves over with the safe to the window. I'd say you've probably got a little bit of an issue, being the fact that two dwarfs are don't reach the window. They can't lift it higher really than a few inches above their head. And the window is obviously designed for more 5 foot to 6 foot individuals.
I don't think window height is usually at like the height of your head.
No, but it's more midsection ish, give or take. But
That's just because we're dwarves.
the walls are a lot shorter than average window height, I'd say.
Yeah, but a window. No, I mean a window is like 3 or 4 feet off the floor usually,
Yeah.
depending on the window.
Yeah, they are 3 or 4 foot tall. That's the problem.
I
We,
thought
we
I
are
thought
we
dwarves
are
were like,
above 4, so no worries.
I thought- I
we're
thought
above
dwarves
we
were
we,
4 or
we
5.
can we can peek over the window.
Yeah.
If you put it like
Okay.
on top of you and then I could just push it over the edge, you just raise it to the height of the window, then I push it and it flops over.
Yeah. That works.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, I've just done the calculations. It would hit the ground at approximately 70 kilometers an hour or 40-ish miles per hour.
Yeah, I think it.
And that's with standard Earth gravity. Do you want it with sun gravity?
No,
I don't think.
stop.
I don't think we're on the sun.
Stop. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. So, are you doing anything to the safe before you throw out the window? You could. Do you have a spell that may dampen sound? Perhaps?
Oh, you mean like muffle? No.
No?
I do not have silence now.
Okay.
This is. I think we have. This is the plan.
Okay. So,
We jump out the window if someone comes into the
I'm going to say this is your last chance to change your mind. Both the walls are lifting this safe up to the window. The window is open. Sedna, you can push it. This is your last chance. If you push it, it is out the window. You have one chance to change your mind.
Can I
mean,
use decelerate?
Very good. Depends on the
I
spell
will
description.
I will just point out that if we drop it, hypothetically, it should open, unless the rules are shit for fall damage.
I mean, I think full damage is based. I think 1d6 or 2d6 per 10-foot fall.
So it's 1d6 per 10 foot, and
After
according
10 foot.
to so should be an average of like 20 hit points of damage done to this safe if we drop it. Now, according to the Dungeons Master Guide, page 246 to 247, a safe made of iron or steel has an AC of 19 and right around between 10 and 18 hit points.
So I'd have to roll pretty fucking abysmally if it was to stay
Yes.
open. How much d6 am I supposed to be doing here?
So it's damage wise, it's going to be. It depends if you do the first 10 foot free and then everything after, because in that case it would be 5.
There is a rule on that, and I'm pretty sure it's after the first 10 feet of falling doesn't take any that's like
Yeah,
the
so in
inertia.
that case, it
Mm.
would be 5d6.
But
I think the first
it
5
does
feet do
not.
count. It's just if it's
The first 10 feet, if you fall 10 feet, you don't take damage. If you fall
Yeah.
20 feet, you take 2d6 of damage and 1d6 more per.
Okay, yeah,
per
so it would
10
still
feet
be
more.
yeah.
so it would still
Uh,
be 6d6.
You're still accelerating during those 10 feet. It's just if you hit the ground at that point, it's not enough acceleration to hurt.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But that's if you don't decelerate it though.
I mean, say if you
So the thing
decelerate
is that
him,
decelerate is in reality a reaction spell to kind of slow down an attack so it doesn't deal as much damage anymore.
mhm,
I think.
But I feel
See.
like if you kind of twist it a little bit, we can reduce the damage numbers and then assume that it slowed down a little bit so it doesn't make that much noise, right?
I mean, I think if you two need to hide the moment we push this thing out.
What? Nah, we don't.
Glad you
We
guys are having
can
this
hide.
conversation while the two dwarves are still struggling to hold this fucking massive safe up to the window ledge.
No, actually, the calculation for this is I'm just struggling to hold it.
Okay.
You're shooting.
I will say if you use the decelerate spell, you could use it as much as you want to prevent it from falling. So the more you use it, the less chance. So the first 10 feet, it's not going to take any full damage. If you were to use reduce, like one spell slot of reduce, I would say it would take another 10 feet of like no damage. This is a 60-foot drop. So anything after 50 feet, it would take damage. So for each spell slot you use and for each time you're using reducing a speed, I would count it as an additional 10 feet of where there's no full damage granted to the safe.
Okay, but the noise.
Yeah,
I
more
would
about
say
the
depending on how much you're reducing it, it's going to depend on how much noise. So how much spell slots do you have? You have
I have four,
four
level
first
one,
levels, and
and
you can
one.
also up level it.
So 2 equals 2, right?
2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could, if you, I'm not saying you should, but in theory, you could reduce its fall completely so it takes no damage.
Yeah.
But you'd use up all your spell slots, including upcasting.
If I use all the level 1 slots, it's only 10 feet with actual damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you'd only use your first levels. But then you'd only have one spell slot, and that's at level 2 left.
Yeah, but I assume that it would be possible to get my hands on some kind of mana. I don't know if this is a good
so
idea, but I'm thinking we can do it.
It's a
because-
60-foot drop. Anything after,
Yeah.
so 50 feet and after is when it will start taking damage. You've got 4. So if you used up all your first level slots, you would in fact still take at least 10 foot falling damage, which is only 2d6.
Yes.
Wait, what is
Yes.
he doing? He's casting.
He's casting
The
accelerate,
spell-
decelerate.
All right.
And
It is
decelerate, I would assume, slows the thing down. So
in the real rules, you would be rolling to remove damage from the item.
yeah.
So
but the
just
thing
to
is
explain
that's
why we are trying here.
the thing is
as you ruled.
decelerate reduces the damage by the exact amount for full damaging rules. So for full damage, it's 2d6 after 10 foot. So I don't really need to reduce any numbers because if you were to use decelerate, I'm just removing 10 feet of falling. That's why I'm ruling it as is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
it's completely
understood
up
that.
to you.
I would use the 4 spell slots and then hope that the noise that it makes is so little, because it is then quite a lot slower than it would normally be.
Okay.
So it wouldn't hit with like 60 feet drop force. It would hit with 20 feet drop force.
So 3d6. So still enough to open it, theoretically.
60. Take damage after 50. 50. 40, 30, 20. So it's only going to take 1.
Yeah.
So it's only 2d6.
If we could do
Yep.
that damage, we could open it later. It's just we have to carry it away.
Yeah, but I was thinking here that keeping ourselves undetected might be priority over opening the
What's
safe.
the average hit points for a safe, Johnny? Did you say it was? That they had
Average
them.
is yeah. Medium robust object like a safe usually has a 3d6 hit point to 4d8 hit points. So, I mean, do with that information as you want.
I'm going to go with the 4d8 because that's the last thing I heard. Okay.
Please roll shit. Please roll shit.
I didn't.
Well, don't we want to roll well? So that
Okay. I will tell you. So you guys, it's a 60-foot drop. You're going to have a bit of difficulty. It makes still quite a crater into the ground, but not as much as you anticipated because of the reduced in speed from Rurik. But it did still it's still quite a heavy safe, and it did still manage to accelerate to the ground to take damage. Okay. I'd say you can't tell the kind of damage it's taken from this.
Okay.
You'd have to go and investigate it.
how loud of a crash does it make?
Sound wise, with the roll I made, I'd say it's impacted quite hard.
Also, I imagine it'd be a perception check from some of the other people around.
The
To see
only
if they
people
notice this.
realistically are going to hear it who is whoever's in the next room, which is the office for the Grand Mage.
They are
Yeah.
distracted with conversation, so
They are conversating. They are mingling and talking.
I'm sure they won't notice a safe just casually falling right out the window next to them.
You've not heard any reactions to this. That's all I'm going to say.
wouldn't it be really funny if they open the window to look outside and then they look over and just see 3 faces looking down?
And then we look back and like, hey, did
Hey,
you see that?
run!
So funny that. Okay, I think we should probably get out of here.
Can I? I'm gonna look at the guys and ask, should I use spider climb to just go down to the safe?
I forget you fucking have these fucking spells, dude.
I mean, if you really feel like going down there, go ahead. I am thinking that we should also investigate the basement in case it is locked there as well.
Mhm.
You never
So
know.
it lasts for up to an hour. So I'm gonna tell them to just wait here for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go down and investigate.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast spider climb on myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just climb out the window. Try and obviously stay very close to the wall.
Well, you have
and
to
then
spider climb, so.
yeah. No, I can walk 90 degrees out from the wall.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'm going to like actually like Spider-Man climb my way over towards the safe on the ground.
Make an
Downward.
investigation check.
Fuck yeah, DM. I'm gonna use my lucky dice. Ooh, that's very lucky. 17 plus. Did you say investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 19.
Okay. With a 19. So the safe's fallen 60 foot. It's been reduced in its speed quite a bit. It still managed to do a hefty amount of damage to the ground. It's in a crater for one, in its own small little crater. I'd say it's like half buried, but you managed to push it out of its half buried spot. And the way it's fallen, I'd say on one flat end of the surface, not the door, but on like, I'm gonna say the rear side, so the opposite side of the door.
Yeah.
It's taking quite a hefty impact.
Okay.
It's the metal seems to be at least maybe an inch, maybe less or so thick to you. It's quite crumpled. It's quite damaged. It's dented in pretty hard. You're not too sure what the inside would be. But rolling it over, you do hear what Sedna was saying is there does appear to be a loud slump of a book inside it, but you're also hearing a couple of things jingle jangle inside it as well.
Okay.
You're not too sure what the inside looks like though. For out of character knowledge, I managed to roll 6 on both d6s, so it took 12 hit points.
Oh,
Oh damn.
God damn. Can I try and just use a knife to just like pry the backside open? Because was it cracked? Did you say it was cracked?
It's not cracked, it's crumpled a lot. And it's indented quite a bit, but I wouldn't say it's split or cracked.
Okay.
It's just
At
quite
that point,
heavy.
I'm going to just take my sword and just like quietly try and remove some bushes and just put it over the safe to make it look less conspicuous. Because at that point, I realized that I can't do this just by myself, so I'm going to wait for backup.
Let's do a sleight of hand check. You're covering an item, so I'm going to say sleight of hand.
That's a 16.
Okay. Of
So tell
16.
me, Dia, how well do I do?
You cover it up pretty well. There's a lot of like foliage in the back end. I'd say you've probably pushed it more up to the here, and trying to keep it out of range of everything. Takes you a little over 5 minutes to get back up to the group who are just sitting in the office and hearing conversation. But yeah, that's about it. Carthus, can you make me a perception check, please?
Of course. 19.
Okay. With a 19, I'd say it's been a while. You haven't heard anything from the inside. I'd say this debacle has lasted about half an hour to 40 minutes, give or take. You haven't heard anything. You haven't seen the door open to no one coming outside, so you don't think Sedna's out here with you. You are starting to see 2 sanctuary guardsmen approaching the sanctuary. They're not civilians, they are guardsmen. It is up to you what you want to do.
I don't know what sort of thing I'd have to roll for this, but can I sort of try and figure out what they're doing? Are they just going to like end their shift or something, or does it look like they're in more of a hurry going somewhere?
They appear to be in conversation, and they're just heading towards the sanctuary. You got no idea if it's end of shift or not for them.
I'm not sure whether I should intervene yet and try and signal, because they might not be like going anywhere near the group inside.
Yep. It's up to you. You don't have to engage.
Well, since they just seem to be having casual conversation, I'm just gonna leave it for now. But I'm gonna get a little closer and sort of pace around outside.
Okay.
The building instead of watching from across the way.
How close are you getting to the sanctuary? And where are you
Close
sort of
enough
pacing?
to have a good like maybe around the fountain.
Okay.
In front and kind of just, but sort of not too close, not close enough to make people wonder why I'm walking around the sanctuary. You know.
You're gonna flip a coin in the fountain, make a wish.
Yes, I will do, and I'll also sort of mumble to myself incoherently, so people don't really think.
You're just another crazy guy.
Not crazy like, but just like I've got a lot on my mind, and I'm just walking around.
Out of curiosity, if you do put a coin in the fountain, and you can feel free to privately message me this instead of opening it up. What do you think you would have sort of wished for?
Ooh, wishes are quite powerful.
Mm,
Can be.
I'm just
Big titty
curious,
chicks.
really. Feel free to message me, and you don't have to.
I'll have a little think about it.
Okay. So let's jump on over to Zinon. You're still on this date.
Yeah.
You've had a bit of conversation. I'd say you've had a quite a relaxing time. So far it's been about 30 minutes. You know, she has about an hour's worth of break, so you've still got half an hour to go. What else are you thinking of conversating with Lazia here? If anything.
You think we have a
Well-
future together?
Bit early for that one, mate.
That's for
What do
the
you mean?
third or fourth date. If they get there.
Yeah.
I thought I could sneak by all this. I have not
Yeah.
thought of anything more.
So I know last week you had the intention, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure your intention last week was you'd go out to lunch to see if she wanted to be more than the receptionist, if she'd take up like a council of elder position. Because you were talking about the coup last week as well, but that was at the end of the session.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So just to jog your memory a
Okay.
bit.
Thanks. So say, Lucira, your role in the sanctuary, it's always been like the head administrator.
It's not always been the head. It's only in the last 10 years I've had that position, give or take.
Would you think you wouldn't take on any more responsibilities in the sanctuary, or are you happy where you're at?
Depends on the responsibilities, I suppose. I mean, not being at the front desk would be nice. I wouldn't have to deal with annoying people. Not you, of course, you're fantastic, but, you know, other people are quite annoying.
Like Wauvin.
No comment.
Like I did hear that the council of elders has been thinning, so to speak, after the attack.
2 of them are dead.
Yeah. But if you have a real grim look at everything, it is open positions.
I think what you're meant to say is opportunities.
Well, opportunities, open work positions. It's
Potato,
to
potato in the Shadowfell.
it's up to interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely depends on your opinion of such a case. Some people might look at it as a very grim point of view. Others might see it as an opportunity.
I would not put myself in as as a head of anything, but you seem to have control of what you do to a minute detail. So why shouldn't you consider it?
Well, I mean, I'm a professional Zinon. I do everything to the precise detail that it needs to be. I wouldn't change it just based on my job. It's just who I am.
Yeah, that's why I think you would fit in the Council of Elders.
I've never really looked at the Council of Elders positioning. I mean, right now, nobody can be a Council of Elder because the Grand Mage has enacted emergency protocol procedures. It's the current situation needs to be dealt with before they bother looking for any replacements. Right now, it's just Guild doing what Guild wants to do, with almost nobody to, I guess, keep him in reality. Let's say.
Well, wouldn't that halt a bit after the coronation? Given that Seraphina is not particularly a fan of guilds, she would have a say in what's going on.
I know she does have a say of what's going on, but that's when she gets coronated at the very least. I don't know. I don't know how long this situation will last. It can carry on until they deem it fit that the crisis is over, so to speak, and we don't know how long this crisis will be. It has been a couple of weeks since the attack, and there doesn't appear to be any sign of another one.
But were there signs before the attack the first time?
I wouldn't say so, but I wasn't really looking. I mean, would you have noticed before you left?
I did not notice anything, so I wasn't looking either. But like, but is it vampire attacks? I've heard some rumors.
I I really don't know. I don't like looking at dead bodies. It's a very grim sight. It's bad enough that the sanctuary smelt of death for a week and a half, if not longer.
Yeah.
I know the Grand Mage has stated that there are no such thing as vampires, and there continues to be no such thing as vampires. I don't really know.
Hmm. Well, this is not to concern you in any way,
It's
but
always a good start to a conversation.
yeah, I fully get that. But my group and I has found some serious evidence that vampires might actually exist.
Really?
Yeah, we have been working together with someone beside the sanctuary to maybe get answers to what that could have been, the attack and all that. And we are pretty certain that we have found proof of the existence of vampires.
How certain is this certability?
Well, we are under a non-disclosure agreement with the people we are working with. So I would say it's a good 70 to 80% certainty.
Well, you're not working with the Sanctuary, because this is the first time I've heard about it. So who are you working with?
It is with some specialized undead hunters that we have come across in our travels.
A Wagner group.
You're not here, Velvet. Shut the fuck up. But why would there be a particular group like that in BlackWood?
Because of the attack, they thought it was suspicious and wanted to look further into it.
What
That's
did you
all the
call?
information
What did you call this group?
It's a group that is specialized in hunting the undead.
Undead Hunters. Okay, just writing it down for my notes. Okay.
They grew suspicious with the information that came out about the deceased from the sanctuary.
Well, I guess news travels very fast.
So they are specialists. They do the knowing bits, and we are the doing bits of this operation. So yeah, it's close to an absolute certainty that the attack was from vampires.
So you're undead professionals now.
We are associated with undead professionals.
And are you getting your worth in pay?
I would say so.
I mean, so long as you don't die anytime soon, I assume it's good work.
So Zinon just get a bit wide-eyed and yeah, that's the worst that can happen.
I mean, you've made this promise to protect your Wauvin. Yeah, dying would be pretty bad. I mean, I assume you break your oath if you die.
Yeah, I would assume so too. I'm not certain about the fine details of dying and swiftly getting reincarnated or resurrected in that matter.
I've never really thought beyond that, really. I have a long life to live.
I was about to say, so do we, but
Well, I do have a good, at least a good 400 years in front of me, so I think maybe slowing it down in 150 years, give or take, it would be nice. But now it's good to have an active field of work.
You want to slow down in 150 years?
I don't think I will track down abominations in every part of a city in 150 years. I think maybe I can do it at least in a more controlled environment. Have you seen the sewers in the city?
Why the hell
How
would I go to
romantic.
the sewers?
To get questions answered. That so don't think too much about it. I just had to get some questions answered.
And one of your questions was, have you ever been to the sewers? On a first date?
I'm sorry for the blunt question, but recently we had a mission that for some reason brought us to the sewers. It was not the best experience. That's why I say I would hope to slow down in give or take 150 years.
Well, I don't think any sewers would be a good experience. I'm just going to be blunt here with you.
Well, you do have a point.
I know, I have a lot of them. And they're all really good points.
I'm sure they are. Would love to get to know more of those points. Maybe later this week.
You want to have another day?
Maybe a dinner date.
Oh, in the evening. Sure. What day? I mean, obviously, we have a couple of days off for the coronation just after.
Calendar. Where is it?
Okay, so it's currently Monday the 18th. The coronation is on Friday, so presumably they have. You think? I say they probably have 2 days off, so they have Saturday and Sunday off.
Saturday and Sunday off. Okay. The coronation is now this Friday, so let's say Saturday, because I would presume it would be a lot of work for you on Friday, given everything that has to happen.
Well, Friday night it's going to be jam packed on the streets. That's all the coronation. There's going to be all the stalls up and all the parties and all the cool trinkets that you can buy from the stalls and vendors that have come. I know, presumably some distances.
You seem a bit in the knowing of all that's going to happen on Friday. Would you like to meet on Friday or Saturday? It's up to you.
You're the one that offered the date. It's not up to me.
Well, it has to fit with your busy schedule.
Well, I mean, I could do Friday night, but like it's also the night of the coronation.
Let's say Saturday then, so it
Okay.
doesn't get too wild.
Okay. Never thought I'd put second date in the calendar.
Hell yeah!
I don't think you thought of a second day in the
No.
calendar either.
But now we have to play it through.
We're both committed to this. Yeah, I mean, Saturday seems like a fine time. I suppose you want to do evening from, I don't know, I guess 6 o'clock?
Yeah. 6 o'clock.
Okay. I can do that. I'll put it in my personal calendar. We will jump back to the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, I just had a gander at the map and seeing Wauvin outside the sanctuary.
Yep.
I haven't really been paying attention. Sorry, guys.
You've been trying to hide under the bus so you don't get date questions.
Yeah.
I don't want a relationship. Yeah, so Valvet has managed to hide the safe semi well, putting leaves and twigs over it and hiding it in a bush. It takes you, like I said, about over 5 minutes before you spider climb your way back up to the same room. I think Rurik's probably a little bit exhausted for casting so many spells so quickly.
Yeah, it's taken its toll.
Yep, but you're all back in the same room. What are
I would
you
just
planning on doing now?
I would just convey to them that the safe has been hidden to the best of my abilities, and that it wasn't cracked open, but it was heavily knocked up. So I'm thinking,
Sorry,
let's.
what? It was knocked up.
You fuckers.
I wasn't going to be the one who made the joke, Alex. Can I get extra inspiration just for that? The fact that I didn't.
You
Sure,
made
fuck
the
it, why not?
original thing though.
Yeah,
Silence.
but he was good. He didn't say it, so he was good. It was you that said it.
didn't-
You should be
I
disappointed in
didn't
yourself. Even.
say it outright.
Well, now I should clearly say
Um,
it more and then suddenly stop saying it so I get inspiration.
It ain't gonna work all the time, buddy. Okay.
That's what he said. I
It has to be comedic timing.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So yeah. I tell the party that I hit it to once again the best of my abilities, and that we should maybe think about moving down towards the basement rather rapidly before somebody maybe notices. Obviously, close the window, hide all the tracks, and then move out.
Okay, I will say my invisibility is only gonna last so much longer, but I can do it again.
You have about 20 minutes left, give or take, and I'll let you know when it runs out.
Well, I guess if we think there's going to be something in the basement.
I mean, it's worth checking out, is it not?
Yeah, let's go take a look if we are able to get down there without being caught.
Okay.
All right. Sedna would poke out the door.
The hallway seems clear. You still hear conversation going on next door in the office. You obviously still hear the rest of the guards in their little room shouting and laughing still. The hallway looks clear. It seems like you can head down the stairs.
We make it for the stairs then.
Yep. You get down to the ground floor level, and you see these two guards heading down the hallway sort of towards you guys as they've made it in. They weren't stopped or anything like that. They've made it in.
Great job, Carthus.
I don't know.
Fuck.
They're walking by. They've presumed if you've come downstairs and you're not going to say anything, they're going to presume that you were meant to be up there and you're heading away from there. They're like thinking you're leaving, so to speak.
Yeah, I was about to say, just act natural, boys.
Loving.
Yes, Chris. Yes. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Eventually, they go upstairs. You have the opportunity to go downstairs, and I presume you will do, unless you want to do something else.
Yep.
Okay. On this side, of the room, it's pretty dark underneath. There's not as many lit torches. It's shut up about dark vision.
I can cast light on my hammer.
But you are supposed to be sneaking.
Oh, yeah, no. Maybe I don't cast light on my hammer.
That would give you away pretty quickly. I'd say make perception checks.
All right.
Boy, what
Come on, dice.
My God, my dice is rolling lots of 10s today.
Holy shit.
Perception is landing on 13.
I
I
had
got
16.
I got a natural 20. Minus
For a
1.
Okay, so natural 20 for 19.
Yeah.
Okay. So I say Sedna, you see the most of it. This basement is there's lots of seemingly like enclosed rooms on like the right hand side. And there seems to be more open stuff on the left hand side. There seems to be quite a big table, and there seems to be some kitchen equipment here. There doesn't appear to be anyone here at the moment. But it does appear to be like an open-ish kitchen here. There are some rooms further down as well. There's some closed doors that you see as you sort of travel down. You are invisible. So you can travel more than the rest. Not that the rest know you traveled.
So, wait, there's a kitchen, but there's no place for people to eat?
Yeah, I said there was a table.
Okay, this is just a small little kitchen and table. Okay.
Yeah, it seems. If you had to take a guess, you'd probably presume this is where meal prep genuinely is, as a total.
Okay.
And because it's very early, there isn't as many people wandering around right now, and there doesn't appear to be anything big. So presumably, there's minimal staff to even be here to cook in the first place.
Okay. So I will message the other two. And yeah, it's just a kitchen. We can move through. Or is there?
We advance through the hallway, I would say.
Yep.
Through the more
I
interesting
say
doors.
there's probably there's 4 sets of doors. And we'll call them door 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Alright. Is there anything that would stick out from any of these doors that would give us a hint?
Not really. They are pretty just solid doors. You can't really see through wood or metal in one case.
Oh, that makes sense. Can I peep through the keyhole on door 1?
Okay. Peeping through the keyhole of door 1 seems to be. What's your passive perception?
13.
Okay. I'd say with a 13, you're probably getting glimpses of like crates enclosed, and maybe like a slight whiff of fresh bread.
Ah. Yeah, then it makes sense that this would be where they store the bakery goods stuff. So, food and bread.
Mhm.
I deduce from that information.
Good luck, Sherlock. Who's gonna do door 2?
I'll do door 2.
Okay, what's your passive?
Um, 13.
Okay.
That was
Everyone.
perception, right?
Yeah, passive perception.
Yeah.
So when you look through this keyhole, you see in front of you, on the end wall, seems to be quite a large stack of like the X kind of shelves, but they hold the barrels. They
Mhm.
hold quite a lot of barrels on the end.
Okay.
You don't smell anything
Mhm.
currently.
Okay.
So you're just seeing a lot of barrels being held up on that wall, on the end wall. I say a lot.
Just
I'd say that's probably enough to maybe hold 10 barrels on that wall.
yeah, I'm just gonna say there's a lot of racks in there for barrels to the rest of the party.
I assume, Sedna, you want to take door 3?
Yeah.
Okay. With door 3, I'd say it's. You're not really seeing anything through the peephole, to be fair, through the keyhole. What's your passive perception? I think it's lower than the rest, isn't it?
9.
Yeah, you're not really seeing anything through the keyhole.
Can I open the door?
Sure. You open the door,
Very quietly and slowly.
obviously. To the 2 dwarfs, you see a door just open. Uh,
Oh
um,
shit.
inside room 3 appears to be lots of, I'm going to say vases, closed vases that appear to be on shelves, varying different sizes. Anything on top of the shelves are a lot smaller than the ones on the ground. Opening one of the pots or vase, you'd probably immediately tell that this is where they probably store more dry meats and such. They put them in the vases to stop air getting to them. Anything that might spoil too quickly. They're not all filled, but some of them are, with just like meats and stuff.
So this seems to be primarily in the storage area.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want to just check the last room and then probably head back up?
I think so. Yeah.
Who's checking the
is
last room?
I'll just take a quick look inside. I think this is just a storage cupboard.
Okay. I'd say unfortunately the door is locked. This is like the metal door. It's locked.
We have a challenge.
We know how
Not
good we are
everything
with
is a
locks.
challenge.
Eldritch Blast!
Can we peep through the lock first?
Who's peeping through the lock?
Someone with a better passive than me.
Maybe I will try to see if I can see anything through this lock.
With a passive 13, I'd say you'd probably understand with what you're seeing that this is where they're storing most of the kitchen equipment. Most sanctuaries have quite expensive equipment in them, and usually the expensive equipment is always hidden behind a locked door or like some sort of area where people have to bring the kitchen equipment back. So this would store knives, pans, pots, anything that would be considered that quote unquote a peasant might try to steal for their own use at home. They don't want kitchen equipment disappearing, so to speak. So this is where they'd be storing all that sort of stuff.
All right. Seems to be mostly kitchen stuff in here. I don't think
Yeah,
this is
I think this is just a
containing
kitchen
magic items. Maybe this is the wrong basement, or the basement in this sanctuary do not have any fancy storage rooms.
That seems likely. Is there anything else? Like, is that pretty much the entire basement?
Yeah, I'd say this is so far the only basement you've seen. There might be another one, but you're on one side of the sanctuary currently.
I think we should leave.
I agree.
Okay. Okay, leaving, you head back to the reception area. Sedna, you've got about 5 minutes left of your invisibility.
Okay.
There is still Creed at the reception table. And getting these two dwarfs out, if you want to stay invisible, you've got about 5 minutes.
Okay. I could break another potted plant.
You could.
I whisper, well, if you're coming from inside the sanctuary, he may not react to us leaving, right?
Yeah, maybe. If you want, you can just try it.
Should I make this attempt on just leaving?
Yeah. Or we just walk out together and just.
What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen? I'll follow along and like slip through the door.
Yeah.
Just so I don't stop mid roleplay. What was the name of the receptionist again? It was.
It's Creed.
Now it's Creed. Creed is sitting at the reception desk.
No, like the former one.
What?
The one that Zinon is date on.
Yeah.
What
was her name again?
Hold on.
Zero.
Zero.
Oh. Thank you.
Okay. you're attempting just to walk out?
Yep.
Is there a confidence roll at all?
I think
Yes,
performance.
no?
Well, I think it'd be a performance check if you're performing being casual.
Yeah, make a performance check. Both of
All
you.
right. All right. We are performing
Confidence.
confidence.
Uh,
It's low. Let me tell you that. 7.
Not good.
I got
7.
19.
19.
Someone is very convincing.
Yeah.
He's had to be in recent days. I'd say it probably averages out that Creed doesn't really acknowledge you and just assumes that you were already in the sanctuary before he took on reception duties.
Mhm.
I'd say you pretty confidently, other than Rurik, managed to get out of the front door. You see Carthus wandering around the fountain
Mhm.
and mumbling to himself.
Ah, so how's the situation out here, Carthus?
Oh, not much. Not much going on. You know, a couple of guards entered, but nothing I deemed to be an issue. You know.
Ah, yeah, we met them
Well, they didn't
going
give
down
you
the
too much
stairs.
trouble, I hope.
Fortunately, I don't know, they assumed we were belonging there, so they just walked past.
That's what happens when you walk with purpose.
I bet you Sedna will
Yes.
suddenly appear now.
Let's head back to our dating game with Zinon.
Woohoo.
I'd say Zinon, you understand that it's coming to the end of the date. You know, he does only have like an hour for her break. Um,
Yeah.
it's coming up to the end of that hour now. Is there anything else you wanted to question her about before you would both head off?
Nothing in my mind. Mind blank.
Okay.
Brain smooth.
I'd say she pays her half of the bill. I'd say you pay your half. I'd s- I'd say 5 silver each. That's how much the brunch would be. Um, it was very nice date. I'm had surprised it was while I was working, but it was very nice nonetheless. Nice start to the morning, I'd say.
I don't really see you outside of the sanctuary. And, well, when given the opportunity, why not be bold about it?
Fair enough. I mean, people don't usually talk to me outside of the sanctuary. So.
Well, I assume we will see each other in passing before Saturday.
Maybe depends on how often you visit the sanctuary.
Well, you never know. And I just go with whatever the group agrees on at this point.
What do you mean your group agrees on?
Where we find the next mission, so to speak, our next work.
Yeah, I mean that might be with the sanctuary, but it sounds like you've got your own
Yeah,
undead hunting to do.
there are some undead hunting, and I think we need something else to do before that. before we turn into zombies ourselves.
Oh, I hope you wouldn't turn into a zombie. It'd be a shame to have to put you down.
Well, we'll see about that.
You'd be surprised at the skills that I've picked up in my lifetime.
So I assume we will be fencing on Saturday.
If you're up for it.
Well, fine. Dinner and fencing.
What a
Divine
combination.
smite.
That's cheating. Okay. Would you like to accompany back to the sanctuary?
Yeah, of course.
How noble of you. So you two have small talk on the way there. It's nothing super important, just small talk. But you do eventually get back to the sanctuary, and you realize it's been a long time, like an hour. But somehow you see the rest of the group, the party, still sort of gathered in the same spot, and you've got to wonder if they've actually done anything this entire time. You have been. How confident is Zinon been doing this thing? Do you think he's been sweating? Do you think he's been pretty confident?
It's chill, but not not extremely confident, but still chill. It's
Okay.
not like full on sweating.
I'd say you have this understanding of seeing this group, that your friends, your party, still being in the same spot. And I'd say you're probably wondering if they've actually done anything this entire time while you've been out chatting up a fine woman in your case. But you do get up with the group. You see Lazia back in. You don't go into the sanctuary, but you do hear Creed shouting, "Fucking finally!" Because she's been gone for so long, and he doesn't man the reception desk. That's not his job. His job's in the book department and records area. And you head back to the party during their mid-conversation. I'd say at
Have
this
you
point, it's 10
done-
o'clock.
Have you managed to do anything?
Well, if you would be so kind to join us on the back of the sanctuary, you can you can take a look at our masterpiece.
Like slow blinking, mouth open.
It sounds like we've tossed the Grand Mage out the window or something.
Yeah.
Who have you killed?
No,
Not
it's
who
not like that.
we have killed. It's what we have killed.
That doesn't make it sound any better.
Okay. Show me the victim.
I'm
Guys are
telling
really
you,
making this sound.
we bring both Carthus and Zinon, I guess, around to the back of the building where there is a fake bush.
Uh,
Fake bush.
a fortnight fake bush.
A fortnight
Uh,
bush.
yeah.
Okay. It just
Um,
stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Most of you don't actually really see where he's hidden the safe until Valvet has managed to like wander over to it. I'd say, do I be evil here and make you do an active perception check for it? Do you remember where
me?
you would put it? Yeah.
I would. It's like 20 minutes ago, dude. I would remember where I put it.
It's also a massive safe. It's not like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
like a Tic Tac.
you don't lose a safe.
Well, you lose your keys.
You
every
can
now
lose a
and
screw, but you cannot lose the entire fucking house.
then.
Yes.
Okay. I'd say you definitely remember where you put it them.
Yes.
And you go and uncover it. And Zinon, to your surprise, you see a safe that's slightly buckled on one side. Bent, buckled, and bruised. And also, when you look behind, you can sort of see the impact crater where the safe would come from. And you sort of gather the information of they've tossed a safe outside of a window.
So, as Sinon just looks up and back down at the safe. So you figured this was the best option.
Yes.
Well, we don't have the key, so if we just take the safe.
It seemed like the safest option, brother. Dum, tsh.
I raise my hand, but I
Smash his
slowly
head into
retract.
safe.
I slowly reach it back down. So, have we figured what's inside this?
So, Rurik here reckons that it's maybe most likely inside here because he did cast. What was the spell again? Remind me, Rurik.
Ah, yes, it's a locate object, but I could
Yeah,
not sense the yeah. I couldn't sense the object at all.
And this
So no
safe
cursed
here,
amulet.
this safe here is one of them kinds that a lot of them were converted into lead shielding. So, if it is inside here, you would not be able to detect the necklace. Now, our deduction was that we could either try and get the key, which would probably get us in a lot of trouble, or we could carry the fucker out, or toss it out. And as you can clearly gather from the information in front of you, you can see which option we chose.
We admittedly didn't have really any good options other than this, so
I mean, Carthus, you've also been oblivious to the entire thing during the hour, and this is the first time you're seeing the result of what of this entire plan. This is the result.
You know, if you had told me that you'd just be throwing a safe out of a window, I would have come with you.
We didn't know what the plan was going to be, okay?
You take an opportunity and you
stab him.
use you get
Don't
an
get me wrong.
opportunity and then you take it. That's how it works.
Don't get me wrong, I respect it, but you know, it's not exactly espionage.
Now, there's only one here has a lockpick. Because neither of us three fuckwits had one.
Of course, you didn't.
I'm
No,
really
I
glad
do
you've
not
gotten
have a lockpick.
Did we not think that maybe during the planning stages of this little heist, that perhaps the item would be in some sort of locked compartment?
No.
Well, since you've clearly thought so far ahead, laddie, why don't you give me the fucking lockpick that you have with you?
Well, you see, I don't have a lockpick on me. Because clearly we may have overlooked some aspects of this operation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Have you tried kicking it though?
we could probably open it. It's just a question of how much noise we want to make, and also
Okay.
if we want to not destroy what's inside.
So I reckon
Yeah.
let's pull it further back into the woodline now that we are more. It's going to be easier. So let's just lift it up, cover the crater back over the bushes, and then just move further into the tree line so we can stand there and think more clearly.
Okay, no one's gonna notice a suspicious group of 5 people messing around out behind the sanctuary.
No, never.
Surely not if we go into
Never.
the
Plus
forest.
the small trail of dragging the safe to the current spot as well.
We're
like
not
dragging a body.
dragging it. We're
No,
lifting it.
But
We're
you
not
dragged it.
savages.
You dragged the safe
No, I
originally.
didn't. What do you think? I said I wanted to grab some bushes and cover the safe.
Right. So you just left it in the same spot.
Yes, I left him in the
Yes.
crater.
With
I thought
bushes
you
on top.
moved it. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not stupid. I know how to hide a body. I mean, hide an object.
Okay. What a
So are
plan.
we all doing strength checks to lift this
I don't
fucker?
No,
We're
Or...
five
I would
people.
say, I mean, I would say, with the lot, if you all got involved, I'm not going to make a strength check for you all. It's silly.
It would be like doing a strength check for lifting 20 kilos.
Each.
Yeah.
I'd say with all of you involved, you can all lift it up and you can all carry it to the back of the wood line. You probably all make a mental note of where you've put it.
Mhm.
I assume you're covering it up and hiding it with bushes and leaves and such and such.
Yes. And then go very quickly into town and trying to get a lockpick set.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
wonder what they sell a lockpick
Who wants
set.
to make the sleight of hand check? Because I assume it will be with advantage because somebody will help. So who wants to make the sleight of hand check to cover it up?
Who has a positive dex?
I mean, I think I have plus. No, I have +0 to sleight of hand. So
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I have done
Are
really
none
well.
of us dexterous?
I don't think any of
I
us have
have
a
done
positive dex
really
score.
well. I will do this, and I have inspiration if I need be.
Ah,
You have
yeah.
advantage. So
Inspiration has been used. And I'm very happy I did that because that resulted in an 18.
okay. That is that the total 18?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you plan on doing now?
I don't know about the rest of the party, but I'm going to tell them that I'm heading straight to Top Shop to see if they will sell me a lockpick set.
Seems
Valid.
like an alright.
We can camp this suspicious safe
I mean, yeah,
until
you
you
could.
return.
Okay,
Well-
yeah, sure.
Okay, in the meantime, Zinon wants to get out of the three-piece tux and back into his armor.
Yeah, we can help with that though. So it
Yes,
doesn't take an hour.
Yeah, help me get off this three-piece.
Okay, so while you guys are getting seen on dressed again, I'm running away and getting lockpick. Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna do too much roleplay here for the lockpick. Is there
I was gonna
standard
ask you.
pricing for lockpicks?
You already know how it's going to go. It's going to be me complimenting his hair and his teeth, and then he's going to give me a discount, and then
Whoa.
we're all going to. Hey, flirting always works with Richard Hardwell. Okay.
So you think?
Plus, now I have tits, so that would
But
probably
he
actually work
wouldn't
against my favor.
recognize who you are either, because you're a dwarf.
That
now.
would no, but like it's not a man flirting with them, so it would probably not have the same effect. But
He's
I
already
mean,
happily
it would just
married.
be compliments from a new man or from a woman, so you would probably just take it and then give me a discount either way.
Okay. Man, they don't have bobby pins in D&D? Jesus Christ.
No, it's called thieves' tools.
Yeah, you got have thieves' tools. How much
the
do a
application said.
thieves' tools gonna be?
It's 25 gold pieces. It's gonna be fucking ruined.
So
Oh Lord!
that's 25 silver pieces in total for you if you
Okay,
buy
okay.
a thieves thing.
Yes.
If you would like to make fuck. If you want to try and get a discount on it,
For 25 gold pieces, I'm just going to.
silver.
I mean, yeah, silver pieces. I'm just going to either buy it and I'm gonna comment on his nice hair and his nice teeth and just wish him a merry day.
Okay. He wishes you a merry day back, and you buy a thieves set for
Mhm.
25 silver pieces. So you're now a proud owner of thieves tools. This is as a party, I'm disappointed that you let this chaotic bastard have thieves tools.
Oh, that sounds like a you problem.
And a
It's
me
also a
problem.
me. It's also a me problem. But I was hoping you'd all look after this baby.
That is not my job.
Not on Sundays. Only on Mondays.
Okay. You buy a thieves set. You travel back to the gates, but you do get stopped by the guards, who halt you. You are just a single person. What the hell are you doing back so soon?
Oh, I just had to go and let me just had to go ahead and buy some things for Zinon because he was going on a very nice dinner date with the receptionist. But some of his gear got a little messed up when he took it off in a hurry, so I just went ahead and bought something for his armor. You probably
Make a
already know.
make
You
a
probably
deception
already
check.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a what was it? Persuasion or deception?
Deception.
That's I rolled 15 and a total of 19.
Okay. I know, that seems very suspicious. I saw you come in over an hour ago and then you leave. And now you're coming back and you don't have anything with you. That is mighty suspicious of you.
Well, since Wauvin, Zinon's brother, is gone, that means that they needed someone else in the party and that, or in their group, and then they asked me to join them temporarily. You can go ask Zinon if I'm with this party or not.
I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
The two Sharakai, the weird ones.
Yeah, you're all pretty fucking weird.
Yeah. Or you could just ask the guy inside of the oh, what's his name again? Reed or something? I'm very new to this town, but he saw me just come out of the sanctuary earlier, so it's not really that suspicious. I'm just returning to help Zinon.
Make
But
a
you're after all just doing your job. So if you want to deny me entry, then you're just doing your job after all.
make a persuasion check.
Persuasion, okay.
Yeah, I guess you'd be persuading at this
And that's
point.
a 19 for 23.
Strong rolls.
Yes.
Yeah, but the NPC is also making pretty decent rolls.
Yeah.
I'll let you in this one fucking time. And if you do something fucking awful, I'll fucking kill you myself. Do I make myself absolutely fucking clear?
That seems very reasonable, sir, considering I'm not going to do anything wrong. But thank you for your kindness. And I'm going to walk past and just stroll up and go and find Zinon and the rest of the guys.
I'm gonna make one additional check here. Of course, it's the one time. Cool. Thank you. Stupid game, anyways.
I don't even want to know what he rolled for now. Holy shit.
No, I don't know either.
I don't want to know.
You don't think you're being followed.
Mhm.
So you're actively just going back to the group with your thieves' tools, and you get back and you plunk them down in the woods.
They went to get him dressed, and I know that.
No.
So I would.
No, they did that
no,
in the woods.
We didn't go anywhere. We got him dressed in the woods.
Yeah, they're still there.
Mhm.
You now see Zinon in his full armor, stands back ready. He's not in a 3-piece suit.
Mhm.
And they're all just sort of waiting for you. I think
Mhm.
I'd like to think one of them is just sat on the safe.
Mhm.
But yeah, you get there. You're not being tracked.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I would try to make sure that nobody saw that I went just around the building, obviously. But yeah, if they're not following me, then I'm going to just go to the group, sit down, ask if anyone knows how to use these things.
I think we've already established none of us are in any way competent thieves.
Okay, I guess I'll try it myself. I'm going to sit down and try to use the thieves' tools myself.
Okay. So you're not proficient with thieves' tools, I believe, right?
No.
No. Okay. That's a bit of a bastard. Yeah. So I would guess you're just making a standard D20 Dex roll with no additional bonuses.
Yeah, I am. Please, for the love of God, be a good roll. Please, 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 please. That's a 4.
Um.
You are unable to use the tools.
I can figure it out, so I'm just handing it over to the next person.
Yeah,
I really
you
need to
get
learn
you get a
Nox.
green block on the top left of your eye that just says you cannot use these tools.
I'm just gonna
Um,
physically give the whole bag just to the next person who wants to give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
Mhm.
Why not?
I would say with a 4, you don't understand how lockpicking works. But you understand that you're close to breaking the lockpicks before, and you just stop before you break them.
Okay.
There are multiple sets of lockpicks in here, just in case. But
Yeah.
okay. So, Carthus, are you proficient with thieves' tools?
No.
Do you have any bonus in Dex?
No.
Okay, let's roll a d20.
You're not gonna believe
Ah.
this.
What'd you get?
Four.
Great.
Oh.
This safe is
Well.
holding up something well, dude. This is the toughest safe that both of
We-
you have come across.
We
so
are
far.
not thieves. We are not thieves, and here we are trying
I-
to break into a safe.
I will
just
state
kind
for
of
the two of
guessing.
you, you've never attempted to open a lock safe before in your life, but this is the toughest one so far.
Before I hand them over to the next person, I would like to attempt an unarmed strike to see if the door will just swing open if I kind of
Okay,
hit it hard.
Yeah, make a roll to hit.
Fuck, I can't miss this, can I?
Yeah, you can.
No.
It has pretty high
Oh,
DC.
30-20.
Oh, okay. And how much is your unarmed damage?
3.
3. Fucking crap.
Pretty high.
What do you mean pretty high? Mine's 5.
What is your
Yes.
plus to strength?
4.
That's pretty high plus to strength.
Okay.
You know what? You want to know what my unarmed damage is? 0.
-1. You actually heal people.
I do not have any
Damn.
unarmed damage, so 3 is
Um,
actually pretty decent.
Carthus, I will say that you have the understanding that the safe door is on edge of breaking open after your hit. It is another good hit will open that door. You're pretty positive.
Ah, let me try that. And I swing my hammer towards the safe.
Okay.
Hit the fucking tin can that we have stored away in the woods.
It could just, you could just go for it. Oh, I suppose. Oh.
Make a roll to hit.
Or do you have any objections? Anyone grabbing my hammer before I
Well, I
swing?
was about to say, maybe something with less force. Something, the
Do we have something to pry with?
the contents of the
other
safe
than-
may be rather delicate.
I roll 19 to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
How much damage are you doing? There's potential here that you still don't actually open it, depending on your roll.
The least damage I can do is 4.
The least?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That
Really?
is how unarmed works.
Well, he's using his hammer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
also
plus
hammer.
3. Okay. You roll for damage anyway. Let's see how well this goes. Let's see how much damage you're actually doing. I'd like to
find my
see how much damage you're
D8.
doing. And also, we don't have a lot of
Oh.
rolls this session, so let's
8 total.
8 total.
Yeah.
I'd say you do enough force on one side of the door that you manage to pop the door off of its hinges.
Hell yeah.
Revealing the inside of this safe. The door appears to have on the inside lead lining, which appears to be decently thick. So your earlier assumptions, depending on the safe, you probably assume this is a rather old safe. Inside, you see the book for the Grand Mage. For any Grand Mage that would take over in the future, there is still the book there. The book is fucking huge and presumably way too much for you to read. And it's also just not really important for you guys at the moment. You can still take it or you can glance at it. But you do see a couple of additional things. First of all, there is a key. A very small metal key. Second of all, there is a pair of glasses in here for some reason. Small, round, spectacle glasses, which no longer have any form of lens in them because they're shattered to fuck. That's probably happened during its 60-foot fall. And last but not least, you do see the necklace that you all gathered from the manor
Okay.
a few days prior as well. There is also a letter inside that's folded and enveloped. It doesn't have a wax stamp on it or anything. Seems to be already opened, but there is also a letter inside. And I think
want
that's
to have
where,
a peek at this letter. Okay,
well, I
yeah.
think that's where we'll end the session.
Ooh, cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger indeed.
So, I hope you all enjoyed session 11, and I'm going to end the recording here.